here you go.
Recording.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot you use watch to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck is this?
It's
happening?
it's music. We play
Ah.
How do we activate it?
Alrighty.
I'll play it. You just gotta click the link and I'll put you in the room.
Oh.
I should
okay.
probably start using a bot, but anyways.
Bots are better.
Yeah, bots are better. But I think the music definitely does make this intro. Anyways, once everyone is in here, stop playing it. Who's that?
Oh, I didn't know I could do that. I was curious.
Alrighty.
Judah, stop playing with things.
So,
Fine.
let us begin.
Where's the music?
It's in general. Just
You
gotta
have to
the link.
click on the link and it'll open up a YouTube page.
Yeah. I'm gonna use the bot next time. Anyways, so make sure the volume is pretty loud. But anyways, the continent of Castinia. Long ago, it was cut off from the rest of the world by magical barriers created by the gods. No one knows what lies beyond those barriers, and some have found it strange that there is no knowledge of the outside world at all. But alas, that is an age-old legend. That is only a passing thought due to the amount of turmoil that washes over Castinia. A continent plagued in war. Two empires, the Camerans and the Orobani. The former wishes to control magic because they deem it is too destructive in the wrong hands. The latter wishes to allow magic to flourish with creative freedom, despite its risks. The war has continued for so long that it's what a lot of people know. War. Whether it's nations, morality, ethnicity, ideology, resources, or simple profit. War never changes. But there are those that are prophesized to make an impact. Those that are chosen to have potential in this world. Those that have the potential to become gods. Those that walk the path of pure destruction. Those are known as the Omens. And so begins the tale of 6 of those Omens.
Fuck, I'm pumped. Let's go.
Yeah, bravo. Very nice.
I can't clap because I mean.
I clap for you.
From wherever you are on the continent, your vision slowly creeps with a mass of dark shadows, slowly encompassing your sight until you're completely blind. Perhaps you were already sleeping soundly when this happened. Perhaps you were in the middle of an exhausting fight. Perhaps you were awaiting your execution. Regardless of the reason, you now find yourself floating adrift in a dark mass of space. Your body is weightless. It's dark all around you, but when you look down, you can still see the rest of your body. As you float through this darkness for only a few moments, the darkness seems to lighten up in the distance. There's a crack, as if the darkness was being shattered like glass, only for it to be filled with a blinding flash of light. Half of it seems to be a crimson red, while the other is a radiant yellow. Blinds you for a moment, before the colors fade into pitch black darkness for some of you, or a snow white light for the others. And I am now sending your visions in your text channels.
Ooh.
Holy fuck. Okay.
Ooh.
Go ahead and read them.
Damn.
Oh dear.
Oh no!
Wow.
Let me know when you're done.
Oh, 1 second.
I'm done.
Wait, guys, can we all send them to Zaku?
Sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
I mean, would you like to see mine? I mean,
Do you want to read these,
Zaku,
Zaku?
you have to swear an oath of secrecy, of total secrecy.
When you all awake, you will find yourselves in a clearing. A dark campsite. Just completely grey. The grass looks as if it's somewhat dying, withered away. As you slowly come to opening your eyes warily, you find that the trees look like most of them are dead, and the rest with either falling leaves that are falling apart or branches that look like hands reaching out towards you. Alongside you, you will find 5 other crumpled up masses slowly coming to. And there's a path that leads further into the forest. You can go ahead and introduce yourselves. This is straight after your vision.
Okay, who should go first then? Should we start with Crystal, since they're at the top of the list?
And also the last to make their fucking action. No, I'm joking.
Or should we start with Nano at the bottom of the list?
I'll go first. I don't mind.
Okay.
Is everybody else awake at the moment, or coming?
Coming to.
Coming to. Okay. Guess for all intents and purposes, my character will wake up first. This rather large half-elf, larger than most, even big humans. He kind of, what was that? Rubs at his fair skin moment, and his icy gaze looks around a moment. This isn't home. He stands up and runs a hand through his blonde hair, kind of scratching at his scalp, trying to think of where he is. He stands 6'6" tall, and he kind of rests a hand on one sword and his other hand on a axe. He looks around at the other individuals. Anyone alive? Anyone awake?
Okay, with that, the next person to wake up, I guess, is my character. You'll see what looks to be somewhat fairly scrawny, but still toned human stand up. Standing roughly around 6 feet tall, good musculature in his arms, wearing a pair of gloves on his hands, but you can just see underneath the gloves it looks like just the ever so brightest little peak of light glowing off of the gloves. He has good thick black hair and kind of like a cocksure smile on his face. And as he gets up and kind of just jumps up and limbers up, you'll notice he wears no armor and he's just kind of got like a light trench coat on and goes, well, how my friend, I mean, this is weird. I just had the oddest dream. Where the hell are we?
I see you had a weird dream too. Not entirely sure where we are. Seems we're in some kind of dead forest.
Well, that's kind of disturbing, I have to admit.
What might your name be, good sir?
Oh, the name's Marcus. Yours, my friend?
Call me Einar.
Anna. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Anna.
Pleasure to meet you as well. And he'll offer a hand to shake, even though his hand's probably pretty big compared.
Picks it up, shakes. Well, friend, I have to admit, this is an odd place. And wait a minute, there are other people here, right? And we look around. Nikki, you're next.
Isn't it Judah?
No, we're going from
Technically,
bottom up.
but
Oh,
guess-
right.
yeah.
Okay, so, what you see, let me post the image. You see based off of the green skin that you are looking at either an orc or a half-orc girl. When she sat up, she immediately went onto her knees and seemed to grab something and clutch it to her chest, and is like whispering repeatedly to herself as she clutches it. And then eventually uncups her hand from her chest to kind of look down at her palms. This like really happy, relieved look coming to her face before she stands up and looks at the rest of you. Standing at 4'10" is a half-orc girl with white hair, 2 protruding little teeth at the bottom of her lip, and a little nose piercing. I'll post an image here.
Oh, I love.
Oh my god. Yay.
She has this giant. She has this giant giant great axe strapped to her back, and she looks at each of you and kind of gives this more cheery smile. She's just, oh, hi there! What are we all doing here? Oh, is this another dream? I hope it's not another dream. That'd be really bad if it was another dream. Oh, hi, sorry, my name's Candy. What are your names?
It's an orc version of Pinky. Well, hey, ma'am. Wow, you're a bundle of energy. I like that. My name's Marcus.
Marcus, that's such a nice name. You seem like such a nice person. And who are you? And she looks at you, Nano.
The man towering over everybody at this point. Einar.
Einar, that's so unique. My name's Candy. It's a pleasure to meet you. And she has a very strong grip but gives your hand a very eager shake.
A lot of strength in a small package.
That's not the first time I've heard that.
Yeah, interesting.
So what are we doing here? This place is a little scary.
Waiting for these others to wake up.
Oh, let's go help them. She'll immediately run over to the next person. Who is that on the
Hey, Judah.
Yeah, I believe
Starts
that's
shaking
me.
shaking her shoulder. Hello, are you okay? Please don't be dead.
Oh my. Hello? She just kind of.
Wakey,
It's still on
wakey,
her back.
sleepyhead.
Or go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, she just said, wakey, wakey, sleepyhead.
Her eyes just kind of scan the rest of you all before she kind of reaches up to her head and kind of clutches, kind of sticking her fingers into her thick hair, before just kind of peering around at everybody again, for the sake of the whatnot. Oh, geez, 1 second. Whew. But no, essentially you find a darker-skinned human, really curly, thick hair that kind of goes out in a bit of a fro just around her entire head. She seems to be in a kind of a brown jacket. Generally speaking, very much commoner clothes, one could say. Although, that being said, she doesn't appear really to be armed at all in comparison to, I believe, the lot of you, with gloves over her hands instead of anything special. She looks very, for lack of a better term, insignificant. All except for maybe what seems to be like a swollen finger at best. But other than that,
I love your hair.
She looks over at you, and at first her face is kind of blank, but it almost immediately animates into like a little bit of a bright smile. It's just, you definitely an animated one, aren't you?
Oh, I get that a lot too. Don't I get that a lot too? You sort of kind of look off to the side. She talks to the open air and then looks at you again. Oh, here, let me help you up.
Well, I gotta say, it is interesting meeting you, ma'am.
It's interesting to meet you too. Not every day that I find myself woken up by a whole bunch of strangers. Well, you don't have to be. My name's Evelyn, and you'll find that she stands at about 5'6" once she's up on her.
Well, nice to meet you, Evelyn. Name's Marcus. And yeah, you know what? Waking up to strangers, I have to say, is probably the least weird thing about this situation if you look around you.
Oh yes, I definitely haven't noticed the blighted trees everywhere around us. I've been trying to ignore it, but
Candy brushes off the dirt off your clothes while you're talking.
she just glances over towards you appreciatively before she kind of goes to move her hand over to yours, and it's just, and it's about time that I actually greet myself properly, and she will kind of take your hand into both. My name's Evelyn.
Oh, to me?
Yeah.
Oh, Candy immediately shakes your hand with a bright smile. Hi, my name is Candy. Oh, and right, I forgot to introduce him to the rest of you. This is Syl, and she gestures to the area next to her. You don't see him.
Well, that's interesting. Is Syl your, What is Syl?
Oh, Syl is my bestest best friend. He's right here, can't you see? What? So be nice. That's not nice.
As I look around to see where Syl is, I kind of just start rubbing my chin and then go, well, I am certain Syl is a beautiful person. I mean, might just be a little quiet at times, but I'll definitely try harder to listen.
Oh, that's good. I'm really happy to hear that. He says it's a No, I'm not going to say that. He says it's a pleasure to meet you too.
Well, don't be shy. I mean, if he has something to say to me, he's more than welcome to say whatever he likes to my face. It is always a pleasure to be upfront with people, I believe.
Not in this case. Okay, who's next? She'll skip off to the next unconscious person.
Well, that was different. Ares? Or...
Well, it's a bit of an older man, about mid-30s, you would say. He dressed in armor, almost as if he was in combat of some sort. But what's the weirdest thing is that on his back are just giant golden wings, seeming to just slightly flap as he's resting, and as he wakes too. His hair just, I don't know, he just flicks back, just entirely black, almost messy, like he barely keeps up with it, and he looks pretty ragged, but still quite handsome in some way. Almost too handsome. Oh, He stands
Are
up
you
about...
alive?
He stands up at about 6'7", actually. A bit taller than him. I made this actually a thing. I'm sorry. And he seems to be a bit bigger, stockier, and just has this almost air of light and darkness around him, but he does have a warm presence around, almost very calming and just sincere.
Hi, are you okay?
Well... I think so. What's going on? Who are you all?
Well, we all woke up here and we're all as confused as you are.
Who are you?
Oh, my name is Candy. What's your name?
I am Alexander. It's interesting to meet you.
Alexander. What a nice name as well. Oh, everyone has such nice names. Oh, here, go meet the others.
Alexander would just slowly brush himself off. Just just make sure he's okay and fixing his armor after cleaning some blood off of it.
Why are you bloody?
I was in a battle before. I ended up here.
So, my suspicions were right. We were all whisked away from where we were before and brought here.
Well,
I did not foresee this.
how could you? I mean, what are you talking about?
Let's say I know a few things. Foresight
Well-
is a gift of mine.
Well, if you're willing to share, I'm doubting any of us would actually mind.
If I had foresight on this, I would love to, but normally it comes to me in battle.
Well, I don't believe there's any use to us just standing here. We should probably get moving, correct?
Yes.
Indeed.
It may be
Oops.
best.
Where are we headed?
I mean, oh, that's a good question, actually.
Oh, I know. Here. You close your eyes and she'll put a hand over her eyes and start spinning and go like, all right, someone stop me.
I'll just
You see that
grab
there's
her. Just-
There's a path that leads further into the forest. There's only this like one, like dirt path where the grass doesn't touch. You
As
see
amusing
that-
as that is, I think there's a pathway here.
Oh, didn't even notice that.
that is something else. Well, I guess we follow the path then, everybody, right?
I
As
suggest that I go forward.
as the other figure is just laying crumpled in a heap for a moment, and before you go to reach her, you see something just dart out from the darkness, whisk her away like a shadow, and just immediately disappear further into the forest.
What the hell was that?
More of a reason to get out of here, I suppose.
Fair enough. Let's move, I suppose.
Did it go along the path?
It went along the path, yes. Like, kind of like into the trees, but it's heading in the same direction as the path was going. And then just kind of winds down this dark forest. You can see some of the wood kind of curls over the actual trunk of the trees, arcing somewhat like a overhead bridge on certain parts.
Alexander will take point and start going forward.
I will keep an eye out for any ambushes, but there's never been a successful one upon me.
I'll take a peek around myself, friend. I'm pretty observant, I have to say. Part of the artist's eye, you have to observe all details to, capture the scenery around you.
Perhaps we'll meet that creature again and rescue whoever it was that they took.
Perhaps.
You can start to feel the chilling air that starts to press against your skin. It's unnaturally cold here. As you make your way throughout the forest, and after waking up, you can start to feel this kind of biting cold. I need perception checks from those who are looking around.
How dark is it, by the way?
It feels just like it's like a grayscale. It's not particularly dark. There's still light, but it's just like as if a lot of the color has been absorbed out.
Artist
He
eye.
spoke the truth.
Okay. Marcus, you can see that every so often throughout the trees, you see things that are moving, just like things darting, and you can hear like soft, childlike laughter. This forest, if by anything, any stories you've read, any tales you've heard, it almost feels haunted, as if things are just appearing like to the side of your eye when you're not looking in that specific direction, or something is standing still, like a shadow, and you look at it and it seems to just dissipate. Yeah.
Well, yeah, this is a creepy place, I have to say. It's like the shadows are moving on themselves, dissipating, and, man, you know, as creepy as it is, I do wish I... Do I have my supplies? Like, what do I have on me? Did we
You
come with
have.
everything we have?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. 1 minute. Did anybody mind? I'm just gonna take out a sketch pad and start sketching what I saw. Like, anybody see this thing?
The rest of you feel like you're being watched. You never, like, you see things that are just darting way too quickly, or shadows that are moving, but you can't get a fix of what exactly you're seeing. You just feel like things are moving in the shadows or in the woods, or that something's watching you from a distance. It's very unnerving.
Oh, I got an idea, maybe just for safety's sake. And Candy will kind of hop onto one foot, do a little twirl, and then she starts like taking on this little yellow glow, and she's gonna use detect magic.
Okay. Wait, what are you detecting magic on?
She's just using detect magic.
Okay, just in general.
Yeah.
You get no sense of magic here. Nothing in the trees, nothing in the air. There doesn't seem to be any magic in play here at the moment.
Still kind of just standing there, kind of glowing like a light bulb. She kind of like rocks back and forth on her feet and looks towards. Well, at the very least, there's no magic here.
As you're glowing, Marcus kind of walks up to you. You're glowing?
Oh, this is just sort of the thing that happens when I do this.
Oh, fair enough. Interesting. I mean, that just when you what? Well, what were you doing?
Oh, I was detecting the magic around the area.
Oh, you cast. You're a magic user.
Sorta. Well, it's mostly Syl who's the magical one, but he sort of helps me out, and I do the magic stuff.
Huh. That's interesting. I mean, just kind of scratches his chin, looking at you. That's fascinating. As he looks around at the rest of the group, he's like, wait a minute. The only rest of you got things like this?
Alexander fluffs up his golden wings again and just tilts his head, kind of seeing this as interesting.
The wing, yeah. You know, guess I should have commented on those earlier. I wasn't positive those were actually part of the armor. Actually, you. I guess they are you.
Yes. I'm surprised you didn't notice quite quickly. I thought your perceptive.
No, I get it. It's not that I didn't notice. I just, I guess I assumed. I apologize for that. Shouldn't do that.
Alex almost has just kind of a cocky smile.
Evelyn slowly raises her hand and kind of looks over towards Marcus, and she's just like, "Yeah, I have a few magical abilities. Nothing to write home about per se, but yeah."
And you, my friend, what was you? Sorry, Nana. What did you have us call you again?
Einar.
Einar,
Can we all change our nickname in the Discord to our character name
might help.
until we all get the hang of it?
I've been there.
You already on it. I see you.
Mm-hmm. I got my little heart too.
There we go.
The magics I command are unlike the magics any of you use.
Well, I guess that's fair. I got a little bit myself. I don't think it's anything spectacular, and he's gonna take his gloves off. You can just see that his hands are just glowing.
Most
Are
unusual.
they always like that?
Well, only lately. They didn't used to do this. Kind of happened to me when I guess I became a master.
All of those are adorable.
Yeah, it's a bugger to sleep at night with them, but it's makes a nice candlelight, I suppose. But
Well, I suppose they don't cause you too many problems while you have the gloves on, right?
oh no, yeah, just generally while I wear them, I kind of wear the gloves, avoid being, people noticing the oddities and. Boy, this is
I'm sure
this
no
is
one
something.
will notice.
Oh, I'm
Hmm?
sure.
You see that Alexander looks very, almost just unimpressed by it. Like, it's just normal.
Wait, so a bunch of you got a bunch of new things that you didn't have before?
It seems that way.
I wonder if I have anything. And she started like patting herself down.
Well, you said you had your chatty friend there, right?
Oh, he's always been around.
Oh, so you had him since you was a little girl.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Well, actually, he basically appeared when I was a little girl, so he's been there ever since. Not when I was a baby, though. That should be silly.
That's fair. And I was just... yeah, honestly, I myself, just kind of... You know what? You do you, ma'am, and I'm very impressed by that magical spell you cast. That was quite impressive.
Oh, it's just simple detect magic. That's nothing.
Well, more than I can
I'm
do.
sure the... Oh, I'm sure you got plenty good magic. And the rest of you. Oh, you said you're magical as well, right? And she points towards you, Evelyn. You're magical as well. That's amazing.
She kind of puts her hands together and kind of scratches a bit, using one finger to scratch the back of her other hand. And she's, well, thank you. It's just a little thing. It took a bit of practice, but yeah, I can cast pretty proficiently, I think.
Well, I'm glad you practiced, because, that is important. You work hard at it, and you'll get better at it, right?
I suppose so, yes. I see that you seem to... From looking at this guy, he's pretty built, from what I understand.
My guy is wiry as fuck.
Wiry.
Best
Wiry.
way to put it, he's got like muscle definition, but it's like very slim muscle definition, like a sprinter almost.
Okay. Yeah, no, he would just kind of... She would just kind of reach a hand up, and it's just... Well, clearly, you seem to be carrying your word out, that's for sure.
I don't know. Sprinters are they're pretty chunky.
Well, maybe not sprint. I meant long distance
Normally.
runner.
That make more sense.
Yeah, I meant to say long distance runner. They, more about endurance and everything. Well, I mean, as far as what I can do, it's kind of looks at the scratches his chin. I mean, I don't have like magic so far, at least as some people understand it.
Marcus, you hear a female voice, just kind of in a very soft whisper, in the direction coming from the north along the path. Just whisper, "Come."
Well, should we follow the voice?
What voice?
What voice?
What voice?
Oh, there's a voice telling us to come that way, and I guess it's rude not to at this point, but I'd suggest we just keep on our guard. You know what? I seem to be the most aware of the situation. Maybe I'll lead and just, keep everything on the, straight level.
I think
Well-
I shall lead. You can stay with me if you so wish to, but I think it's better that I stay in the front.
If I had to put a
Alright.
build to Einar, it would definitely be the mountain. He's a
Oh,
big dude.
Are we gonna play follow the leader? Oh.
apparently we are. So, I guess you big boys can be in front. I'll go right behind you and just keep my eyes open. Miss Candy, you said your name was, right?
Yep.
Well, why don't you two stay with me, and we'll let the beefy ones up front in case something goes wrong.
Oh, then I should be up front. She skips ahead.
Fair enough. How big were you again? I missed.
4'10".
4'10". Fair enough. I was like, I thought you were tiny. Yeah. Fair enough.
She's short, but she has muscle on her.
Oh no,
She's
I
like a
figured that.
bulldog.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Alex
That
is
is
more lean.
that is
He's
interesting. Oh.
almost more like an anime character, you would say. Not like as Einar is. Einar is.
Einar.
Einar. It's close enough. He's a bit more like an anime character. Like, I don't know.
As you make your way further on the path for about 5-10 minutes, you start to see the color slowly fade in. Where it was once grey and whites and blacks, it has now come to this darker green. You can start to see the browns fading in as you near upon another open clearing. You see that there's this large trunk that's just missing the rest of the tree. Another smaller trunk to the side. And I need your marching order. Is that roughly of what it looks like, I assume?
Where?
Looks right.
Oh, there we are at the bottom.
At the
Yeah,
bottom.
more or less. Me keeping my eyes wide open.
You can see like there's some small mushrooms down clustered on one of the trunks, and then on the further side there's just larger mushrooms, big ones, especially in front of you. There's this large tree that has just collapsed on the path. Those of you that are looking around, make me a perception check.
Yeah, I get to do it again. By the way, I don't know if you.
Doing cartwheels.
Oh my.
Oh, she
Roll
is a
with
jolly
disadvantage
thing. I
then.
have to give it that. Took another nat 20.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Just
Marcus,
poops and grins.
you notice that a shadow just dart into the trunk of the tree. You can see just faintly the head of it poking out for a moment before looking back in, moving back inside as if it's like watching you.
Huh. So what was it exactly again? It was a.
Like a shadow, like one of those shades that you've been seeing, just kind of poke its head out. It
There's
doesn't
a-
seem to have a proper form per se. It just looks like a black mass.
That is There's one of them shadows there again. Anybody else see that?
I am afraid I do not see any shadows, Marcus.
Candy stops upside down. I don't see anything.
Well,
I
that.
want to grab. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'll just. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna slowly move forward and kind of approach it and just go. Hello there, friend. Do you comprehend a common?
No answer.
I do.
Oh. Thought you were
I'm,
talking to
I'm talking to the shadow. I am so sorry, Anor. I should have made that more clear.
No answer.
I want to grab the tip of my blade and just just softly just say, "Let my goddess light the way," and it glows up a bright light. So I
Well-
cast light on my blade.
Huh. Well, that's useful.
Does the energy feel familiar at all?
What do you mean the energy?
Like just the vibe around this whole forest.
No.
Perhaps we should approach cautiously.
That's probably not a bad idea.
Do you wish for me to take the lead?
Well,
My
you look a
foresight will prevent anything from surprising me.
Well, I mean, if you think that is the best way to do it, my friend, go ahead and lead the way. I'm better in the middle, so I'll stay back.
If it's of shadows, then I suggest that I take point.
The two runes that I have on are Uvar and Ild, by the way.
Okay.
I will walk towards the tree trunk and observe it carefully.
Alright. Go ahead and make a perception check. As you go and make your way towards the tree trunk, you see nothing at the moment. You see that the tree itself looks like it's been dead for quite some time. You wouldn't be able to gauge how long. You see that there's moss and just fungi just growing along the side of the tree, kind of forming like little mushroom platforms on the side of it. You can see a lot of bark has peeled away.
How tall is this stump?
The height of the stump is about 15 feet tall.
15, okay. Do the mushroom platforms seem strong enough to support weight?
No, they do not. If you flick at them a little, they seem a little bit flimsy, and as you go to inspect them, this shoots out and immediately goes to make an attack against you. I'd like everyone to roll initiative.
Ah!
Don't piss off the locals! Here comes my natty one. No, not quite, but still pretty damn low.
Candy was not paying attention is also the highest on the initiative roll.
I just like to feel like they were cartwheeling towards danger, and that's why.
Okay.
Way too hyper. Sure, you should name her ADHD. Says, well, she is the embodiment of.
This one.
Now, for the sake of Uvar, does this count as a surprise?
Yes. Not really.
I'm unable to be surprised. But
I know.
I suppose that really just prevents it from getting.
Yeah, you were a little bit suspect. That was there was something going on.
I rolled the nat
Fine.
20, so I was quite aware things were happening.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone, this is not a surprise round. It's just making the initiating attack. But since you have that Uberon, yeah.
Yeah, well, it rolled a 21, so it goes first regardless, so...
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
It's all good, mate.
as it rushes out from within the trunk, it is going to reach out with this like dark, shadowy hand, lurching out towards you.
Well, shit.
20 to hit.
Oh, that'll hit.
You take 12 more points of necrotic damage,
Alright.
and your strength is reduced by 1.
Oh, I know
Oh,
these
boy.
fuckers.
As you feel the strength, or you feel like the grip on your sword is a little bit loosened as you feel the strength drain from you as it reaches out and this shade of hand passes into you, and you feel the necrotic drain, this coldness seep into you. Okay. This thing's turn.
Uh-oh.
It's going to duck out from the side of the tree here, and it is going to. Let's see. Move slightly forward, and hold person on Marcus. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oof.
You feel as your body starts to tighten and you can't move as you're just everything around you, and you can barely speak as you're just paralyzed. Okay.
Oh my.
And it's going to double click on this one. This one is going to.
Oh no, how many beat my initiative?
Apparently,
Yeah,
everybody
they were
beat
pretty good.
ours.
This one's going to also slip through the wall and make an attack against you, Einar. Oh my god, 23 to hit. 11
Okay.
points of necrotic damage.
That'll hit.
And 4 points strength as you just this time your entire the strength just drains you as you feel your like you almost lose the grip of your sword, but you tighten it just before it you let go of it, and just these two shadows are just looming over you at the moment.
Fuck, can you even move in your armor anymore?
Candy.
So I see that that Marcus is frozen up and that Einar is
Oh, I'm
Venus.
bloodied now, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
I'm
looking pretty bad.
bloody.
Well past bloodied, I think almost. Oof.
Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This. 1, 5, 10, 15, 20. It's a risk. I'll take it. Screw it. Yeah, okay. Seeing this, Scandy drops from her handstand that she was doing. It's just like, oh no! Oh god. And she'll immediately kind of clutch her head, like, no, still, this isn't the time. And then her body takes on that glow again, and she rushes outwards. Bonus action. She's going to rage.
I was
Oh.
fucking right.
I gotta roll my d12.
Yep.
Ten. So that's-
You're the. Oh my god, yes! Yes! I love that one!
Oh wait, it's a d8. Whoops, hold on.
Not sure which barbarian this is.
5. Okay, so crap. All right, so you guys see now like the happy cheery smile is off her face and very much a look of like an angry snarl to her lip. Plant life grows underneath her feet, and the area underneath her feet is now 10 feet of difficult terrain I got a bad roll.
Oof.
So 10 feet around me is difficult terrain at the moment.
Does it move with you?
Store. Does it? Yeah, I guess so. It says play light temporarily grows around you until your rage ends. So yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, probably just
The
give
ground
yourself a
within 10
radiance
feet
so
of
we
you is
know.
difficult terrain.
Yeah. Give yourself an aura.
So it is now harder to run away from you.
And
so
towards
to
you,
speak.
technically.
Yeah. It's a zoning thing.
It's a good one, actually.
Yep. I mean, they're all good, really. Except for maybe the one, but... yeah. Feels good, man.
She will toss her hand axe since I can't reach with the great axe.
Okay. Well, on attack.
That should hit.
Hits.
And then my damage with rage. Sorry, this is my first time playing barbarian.
It
It's
is
a
alright.
plus. It's just a flat plus.
Yeah, it's
Plus
just
2
plus
to
2.
that.
All right.
You should be able to click on your rage bonus somewhere on your sheet.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay. As you bring your hand axe and hurl it towards this shadow, you see it only partially affect its form as you just see it pass through and thunk against the tree trunk.
It goes through it.
No, it hits.
Oh, okay.
It just doesn't seem to have much of an effect as you thought.
Resist.
All right. Puffing out her chest, she kind of gestures her hands at the creatures towards her, and just has this like completely uncharacteristic cocky grin to her face. She's just like, "Come at me, then."
Oh, I love.
Evelyn.
Oh dear. She just kind of sits there and almost freezes a little bit at the sudden bit. But seeing the two over there, she just kind of meagerly points over towards it, and she's just, "You! If I'm not mistaken, you give me a completely different definition of ugly." And she will cast Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Fails.
Woo!
That's
What
one
psychic
psychic.
damage?
Doing the psychic damage, and it has.
Please tell me it's a vulnerability. No, I'm joking.
You're making the shadow cry.
As it just seems, the form shimmers a little, and you hear this kind of light wail.
Oh.
We'll use this. Okay. Alexander. That's- That's the end of your turn, Evelyn.
Move, gotta stay.
I think I will stay right here.
Alexander.
I'm sorry, I'm debating what I want to do, because, what would he do in this situation?
I mean, I just thought of another thing because this is like the second time I've played Bard, a Bard that actually uses their inspirations for other reasons, if you don't mind. Sorry, I just remembered.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Give it to me.
Um,
I'm frozen solid.
you know what? Just because you fucking said that? No.
Are you gonna give it to me?
No, fuck you. Nah,
Okay.
but
I'm sexy boy, though.
exactly. Fuck you. It still works. Anyway, no, I will give the bardic inspiration. It's just like, don't worry, Marcus. Remember, try hard. And she'll throw her arm in the air, kind of weakly. You have that sweet bardic inspiration.
It's a D6 at your level?
Yep.
Okay. I may very well need it. Because I really don't want to be paralyzed if those shadows come at me.
Move over here. Okay.
Don't worry, I'm face tanking them.
Alexander.
I'm going to... what does this thing have a mark on it? I'm just curious.
It's just a vicious mockery mark.
Okay, I'm going to smack this one in front of me then.
Okay.
With a thunderous smite if I hit.
Uh-huh.
To cast Thunder Smite.
I need... Why is the DC changed? Oh my gosh. There you go. So, let's see. Longsword. Nope, doesn't hit.
Nope. As you try to bring your long sword slashing into it, just unable to find purchase as it just dodges out of the way.
Yep, that's my entire turn. I just get to do nothing.
Einar.
Oh, finally. Okay, I am going to second wind.
Mhm.
For 11. And then I will. They brought me down to a flat 10 on my strength.
Oof. That means you're at half movement with your armor, doesn't it?
It's yeah,
Oof.
chainmail. I guess I will go ahead and can't do that because that's a bonus.
Roll for cry.
I guess I will attack, but this is only at a +2. Yeah.
Misses.
Actually, never
unfortunately.
mind. Chainmail doesn't have a strength problem, so you're okay.
As you try to bring your longsword down into it as well, and it just weaves out of the way and then just reforms.
And then that is my turn.
Marcus.
Wisdom saving throw, because it's the end of my
Wisdom
turn. 15.
Saves. As you feel like this hold over you just breaks.
Okay, now that wasn't nice. And I'm just gonna like take out a bow staff and take a position. I don't have any movement. I'm just doing that.
Okay. This shadow, seeing as you try to attack it, Alexander, it is going to attack you.
Mm-hmm.
First attack, 15 to hit.
Miss.
Miss as it tries to bring its shadowy hand down towards you, and you just easily move out of the way as it just swipes at the air, and then just turns to look at you.
Can I say something to it?
Sure.
How dare you dishonor my goddess in a place like this? Being of shadow, corruption.
Okay.
Sorry, a little bit edgy. I feel bad.
No, that's fine. This thing is going to peek out over here and towards Candy. You see this like blue bolt of energy just form in its hand and just shoots out towards you. That is a miss and disadvantage.
No,
Oh,
it's the,
There's one
the
behind.
ghost guy up there that's attacking.
Oh, okay.
20 to hit.
Yeah, it definitely hits.
10 points of necrotic damage as you just hit with this bolt. The first one just sailing right past you. The second one impacting into you, and you see this necrotic energy just seep into you as you feel your body grow cold. As it hides behind the tree.
Rears back and then immediately stamps forward again, lifts her head grinning in the direction of where it came from.
This shadow, it's going to continue its onslaught against Einar at disadvantage.
Thank gosh, because he can't take many more hits.
17
of
to
those.
hit.
That'll hit him.
17's a miss.
Oh, is it? You have any-
17.
Oh yeah, you got your shield out.
As it tries to bring its ghostly hand towards you again, but just you manage to dodge out of the way this time, just kind of docking underneath the swing. You just hear the breathy. Candy.
She will go over here and lift her great axe, bringing it down on the creature. Hold on.
Nice.
Hit. Damn. think that's 17 points of damage.
Yeah.
Yep, that is 17 points of damage.
Which is
Okay.
reduced to, unfortunately, 8.
As you bring your great axe swinging into this creature, you just see a lot of it. The form is just kind of cleaved as it slowly tries to reform, like this part of its arm that's been like cut into, and you see that the shadow is a little bit more smaller this time as it's reformed. And you can see
I'm sorry, did that hurt?
just kind of whirls to look at you. Evelyn.
Oh dear. She just kind of looks back and forth, looking at everything that's kind of going on, and let's see. Yeah. She just kind of speak up, and it's just, go on, Einar, you've got this, and she will healing word this boy. Let's see. 6 healing.
Yay.
Gonko.
And immediately afterwards, she's just going to go ahead and kind of raise her hand and look over towards Alexander, and it's just, come on, you were leading the pack, then deal with our... Oh, please just help. And she's going to use another inspiration.
Yeah, you used your bonus already.
Oh, will that conflict?
Yeah, you can't do 2 bonus actions, only a
Yeah.
bonus and an action.
Understood. Then next time. For the meantime, I will cower.
Mocking.
Nah, it's just mockery. Yeah, I can do that. You're right. Yeah. Sorry, I'm really adapting. Swords bards are not real bards, man. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I know.
no, she just goes ahead and points towards the other, and it's just, I can't tell. Is that the rotting tree that smells, or is that you? And she'll give this other one a vicious mockery.
I so hope you
Slowly
kill it
climbing
with...
up.
You know, I hope
Same.
you kill it just so you could say to Michael that I got my first combat as a bard and got vicious mockery kill in the first game.
I wouldn't do that to him.
You should.
Saves.
I mean, y'all can. Okay.
Uh-oh, it's
Alexander.
I'm going to hit the one that everyone's been hitting, just seeing that they're getting up on it, and I'm like, okay, sure.
Okay. Where is it?
there you go.
With
Roll your thunder
the
smite damage.
7 damage.
As you bring your thunder smite, as your blade whirls with this energy, and you bring it down, you just hear a boom, or like near you guys, as it just echoes outwards, and this thing is just cleaved and doesn't reform. That is
and
done.
I'm going to step over here.
Okay. Uneven footing against the tree trunk.
That's alright.
Okay. Flanking rules apply, by the way.
Which flanking rules? Advantage
Plus
or
2.
+2? Okay.
Advantage or +2? What did I say?
+2.
Okay, I didn't hear.
I know.
Okay, I'll look over. You get the ranged one, yes.
Were you saying that too?
Candy.
Okay.
She looks at you and then looks in the direction of where it went off and then back at you. It's just like, and then the one that is between the three of you is just like, but this one's almost dead.
Oh, very well. I will use my action to disengage and move forward. Does this count as difficult terrain for us too?
Yes.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It is.
Indeed.
I guess that's about as far as I can get.
I feel so
So
bad
I
for your
will-
character.
I will. I mean, these things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got pretty good rolls, not gonna lie. Alright. Marcus.
Marcus looks over with his bow staff and hand goes, well, it looks like these little shadowy sons of bitches seem to have some sort of resistance to physical attacks, but let's see how they like the light. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, and just kind of do like a jump, pop, pop, as I like my hands, as my gloves light up in huge fire, and from the fists, 2 radiant bolts burst forth from my fingers, charging towards the shadows.
Which one?
There's only one shadow left.
Oh, yeah, this just this one? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Roll your attacks.
Oof. I will roll my inspiration, why not? Well, no, I better save it for that cocksucker with magic. Second, and my bonus attack.
Okay.
There we go, that one hits. Whoosh!
Okay. As the first one, it sees, and it seems to have this moment of panic as it sees this light bursting towards it, and it dashes towards one side. But you seem to anticipate it as your other hand strikes out towards it, and this ray of radiant energy strikes dead center, and you just see it wail in pain as it takes double damage.
Doesn't seem to like the light. It just kind of superhero land. It goes, better take care of the big one as well. You got this, Candy?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. 40. There we go.
Don't forget to have inspiration, my dude.
I do, but
I don't
I'm
know how
saving it for saving
but yeah.
throws.
Yeah, I gotcha.
As this one is going to make its attack towards Alexander.
Alright.
8 misses as it tries to bring its shadowy hand towards you, and this time you can see that it almost looks corporeal as it's trying to bring it towards you, and you're able to deflect it with your blade as it just seems to harden as it's striking towards you, and then seemingly still affected by this light, and it just looks around. That's its turn. This thing's turn. Poke out, and it's going to shoot at Marcus twice. First attack, 18 to hit,
That hits me.
7 points of necrotic damage. Second attack, 11, misses, as the first bolt you see this other blue energy coalesce in its hand again, and it strike out towards you, hitting you in the shoulder as you feel this cold, chilling energy flow throughout you.
Well, that wasn't nice.
Candy.
This one in front of me, is it like its body disappeared?
Yeah, its body is just gone.
Alright, gonna step over there. Attack this one with flanking. What are your flanking rules again?
+2.
Okay.
Hits as you bring your
14.
great axe and just bring it straight down, cleaving it in half. You see it just dissipates as well, similar to the last one. Just that is now gone.
And with her axe sunken into the ground, she lifts her head to look over at Alexander and just has still this bright, like, semi-manic look to her eyes as she's, well, that's taken care of.
Yes. You did adequate.
Evelyn.
Oh, sorry. 1 second. I was just thinking. Ugh. Alrighty. Well, it's only that motherfucker, right?
Yep.
Easy decent. Okay. Well, with that being said, let me see. Okay. It's probably the best thing to do then. For that sake, then I believe I really can't do too much. I don't know. How's everybody looking?
I'm 10 lower.
I'm 7. I'm only 7 down. I mean, I'm not like a meaty
good.
boy, but I'm not bloodied yet.
Alright.
Doing night now. Doing night.
Alright.
Alright.
All right.
Then... yeah, there's not really much I can do. I suppose I will kind of approach towards the others and just quickly, just... how is everyone? Is any of you hurt?
I'm fine. But thank you.
I'm a little bloody. That's all part of the fun.
Well, maybe after this I could make sure that you're both patched up. Sorry, I just really don't like ghosts.
Understandable. But it is my job to banish them, so there is no need to fear.
That's good.
Yeah, don't be
And
scared of ghosts.
while she's over here, she will take the dodge action, and I'm a end it right.
Okay. Alexander.
So just leaving her range is gonna be like 10 feet, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 dashing.
You could have
5,
run
10,
through us.
15, 20, 25, 30?
Okay.
I'm just gonna stand there.
Alright.
You are
Why
in
not?
smack-a-bitch range.
I am, but I don't have a smack-a-bitch ready.
Damn, you're right. I believe in
Yeah.
you, though.
Thank you.
Einar? Oh!
Moving up the flank. So he patiently just walks forward. That's my action to dash.
You dashed flankly.
Actually, I'm gonna dash there. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Local witch
Please.
triple penetrated by 3 Caucasian men.
That's my turn.
Okay. Marcus.
Such a wonderful introduction to Einar's cool combat abilities.
Marcus comes around with his bow staff swinging over his head. Is like, well, let's see how tough you really are there, Mr. Ghostman. And he comes up and with a cuts dash it up, kind of spring steps for a two-handed strike to smack this thing on the head with his quarterstaff.
Okay.
Stop sounding so cute as him.
12.
Adorable,
Is that
they're
a
all
miss, I'm
adorable.
assuming?
Fuck!
I will.
Misses.
I will.
It's a 14.
Oh, it's a 14. Yeah, because of the +2 to flank.
Still misses.
Still miss. I will then. In that case, I will use my inspiration to hit this fucker.
Okay.
16.
Hits as you feel.
Oh, by the way, the damage is wrong. That didn't add my dexterity modifier. That should be 7.
Okay. 7 points of damage.
Don't know what. Oh, it's because it's trying to use strength. It's not taking it as a monk weapon. That's why. Just did this. Actually, 1 second. That I might have hit. You know what? I didn't use my inspiration because that's using my strength bonus, not my dex bonus. That's a 15, so that's a 17. The sheet, it didn't do the fucking sheet right for me.
Okay.
So those were supposed to be 17 to hit, so I hit without my inspiration.
Hits.
Yeah. Sorry, I just realized it was wrong.
As you bring your quarterstaff smacking into this incorporeal form, as you just kind of, you can see it, slightly affect. Does seem to do some damage, but not as much as you'd hope.
That's okay. I will look at it and says, let's see how you like being stuck still and stunning strike.
Okay.
Stop him! Oh my gosh, he's like such like a, oh my god, he's like a little boy and I love him.
Saves.
God damn it. Well, that's okay. Then after I smoke him in there, I come around with a roundhouse kick, glowing energy from my foot as I take a radiant kick to the face.
Okay.
17
You
to hit
take
for
it?
7 radiant damage.
This time this does the full damage as your kick just fires out towards it, and you can see this burst of radiant light just shoot outwards from the impact as you just see it like flinch for a moment. Okay. Its turn.
You know what? Stun and strike! I got the
Okay.
key, I'll use it.
Stunning strike at 3rd level?
You get it like a 2nd level.
You know, you get it at 5th level.
Stunning strike?
Yeah.
Oh, look, my bad. I thought you had... Oh, I might be wrong. You're right. I'm looking at flurry... You know what? Flurry of blows is what I meant to say. So I'll do
Okay.
another strike. I will flurry of blows. For another roundhouse kick.
Okay.
Another 6 radiant damage.
Okay.
So just come up on my staff, kick, roundhouse kick, come out with the other foot, kick it again with big glowing footsies.
Which is those
Footsies.
radiant bits of energy just fly out. As it is now its turn. You just see its form just turn into mist as it disappears. And as it does, it is going to hide.
Ooh. What's, just so you know, passive perception 20.
Okay.
Because I take the observant feat to get my wisdom up.
You see it. Basically move over there.
Where? Sorry, could you ping it?
Oh, wait. Map.
Okay, now I see him, yeah. Sorry, I had to zoom out.
Actually, it says it's moved. It would have moved like all around the tree. So it would have moved and gone around. Okay. Kenny.
She looks around and she's like, where did it go?
I'll just say Marcus kind of like points over with a glowing thumb in the direction that's over his shoulder.
You see this large tree in front of you that's mostly taken up by brush. It actually has a lot of thicket. This entire tree is difficult terrain.
Is it possible to go around this area here?
Yes. It'll be difficult terrain once you push through here, but you can go through.
Alright, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Okay, she'll go as far as she can with using action to dash. Just like has her axe wielded as she's running in this direction with a big grin on her face. Come out wherever you are!
Oh my gosh.
We have
Evelyn.
such a cute party.
I love all of them. Everything's fine. Alright. Oh, wonderful. Evelyn, while... Okay, let's see. Just wondering. Cool. Yeah, no. Alright, yeah, no. She will just simply run on by and kind of regroup with everybody, but as she does so, she seems to hum just a little bit of a tune. But, other than that, she, will just stop right over here, and I will...
Does it work?
Okay. Fails.
Nice.
Mocking word.
Something.
Ooh. Something we don't get to see. Ooh. Tricksky.
Okay. As you hear this more louder wail of pain in the distance, as you just kind of see it spotted through like this light blue going through the thicket of this large tree here. Okay. Alexander.
Do I see it or no?
Hmm?
Do I see it or no?
You do.
Okay.
Ignore that.
As it's moved this way.
Oh, it's
Alright,
moved
so I can't
again,
see it's over
damn.
there.
Oh, yeah, because I know what happened. Someone spooked a ghost.
So 5, 10, 15,
I wonder who.
20, 25, 30, go over there. Not exactly the distance I want to be in, but what can I do actually?
You got a hand axe or something, you could whip it at it.
I know, but I'm thinking of something else actually, maybe. Yeah, I'm just gonna chuck a javelin at it.
Okay. Hits.
Whopping 2 damage.
2 damage.
How's this thing's form looking?
It is looking very like it's almost like it's fading away. It looks very close to Death's Door. No, it's on Death's Door, basically. I know.
Okay. He's going to walk forward. To about here. And he's going to look at this thing. Slowly pull out his hand axe and he's going to huck it at there because he can tell things are bad with the sapped strength.
Okay.
Oof.
Misses. As the hand axe just goes flying, thunks into the ground. You see some of the dirt kick up from the impact.
Wonderful.
Welcome back.
Don't worry,
Welcome to
guys.
Strength Training.
I got this. Dylan, my hard work hasn't failed me yet. And he could
Marcus.
go
Oh my
5,
God.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And he's just gotta like do like a handstand, flip kick around Alexander on his shoulder, and pop, 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 3 kicks with radiant light coming off of his feet as I use flurry of blows to strike this fucker down.
Rory first step.
14,
Misses.
19. I guess I'll use my
Hit.
inspiration.
How do you want to do this?
So, okay, I guess I don't use my flurry of blows. So I come around with the kick as I come off with the leap kick off of Alexander's shoulder. You just need like a roundhouse, like Guile-style kick as the energy and light just comes up, splitting the fucker in half and dissipating him in half like a perfect slice down the middle, total anime style.
Okay. As you rush around the corner alongside Einar and then grab Alexander's shoulder to pretty much pirouette yourself around, spinning this kick towards it as you just before your beams of energy have been like bolts. This one is like a slash as it cuts straight down, and you just hear as it just dissipates from the impact.
Seeing that Marcus is in the air, Alexander's just gonna quickly like help you fall, like just catch you kind of. Even though you might not need help, he's still gonna assist you.
Well, thanks, friend. I didn't really need the help, but always nice to get a helping hand. Thanks for the shoulder. Just kind of slaps you on the side.
Maybe try to warn me before you do that.
Oh, sorry, my friend. I got a little excited. It's been a while since I've actually used those abilities.
Evelyn will run up and catch up and is just, did you guys get him?
We got him good. Got a thumbs up. Miss Candy, you okay down there?
Candy comes rushing up and just sings her axe to where the creature disappears.
Lack the effort. That is some damn straight hard work, and I give you thumbs up for that, Miss Candy. That's amazing.
Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, it's gone. Oh, you won! And then you see the glow slowly fade from her body, like kind of like a dissipating golden glow that fades away, kind of fireflies off of her, and she's back to normal, and she just has this the manic look to. Oh, we all did a really good job. That was fun.
Yes, good job all around.
Jesus
Einar
fuck.
says, picking up his axe.
Looks at Arna. I don't mean to, sound like an ass, but you do not look so good.
Oh my. I'm sorry. I wish I could do something about this, but I'm not sure if I could.
No,
maybe
no.
with time.
I can help. How out of character? How low are you? Or do I
It's not a
not
matter
know?
of. It's not a matter of just being low, my friend.
Not his hit points.
Yeah, it's his strength. He looks like he's had the strength sucked out of his body.
Oh dear.
Oh no!
He's
Where
like a
does it
deflated
hurt?
balloon.
Oh no! Where does it hurt?
I suggest we find this other person. Don't worry about me.
Well, I can't really argue with that logic.
And as I say again, I should take the front. When you just see this almost side smirk from Alexander.
Well, to be fair, if we run into more of these shadow beasties, I mean, I don't know what it is, but it seems like, whatever I am, they don't like me.
Oh, trust me, they won't like me either.
Also, how injured is Einar looking?
I have, on a scale of 1 to 34, I'm at about a 28.
Oh, so you're not that bad.
It's
No,
the
it's
fact
just
that his 15 strength is now a 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Candy just looks you up and down. You look so tired.
So I'm gonna be useless until I get my strength back.
Here, you know what? Don't worry about walking. I've got you. And she's gonna pick him up bridal carry.
I'm not even
I
gonna
can-
bother thinking about the logistics of how that works.
His feet are touching the floor, but she's still holding him.
Just dragging him like a tall man riding a short horse.
I can still walk.
It's okay. I got this. Don't worry about it.
Marcus, you hear the same female voice kind of whisper in the air again. Rest.
Apparently, I'm going to have to agree with the voice on this. Telling us we should probably sit down and take a breather might help you out, Marcus. Just guessing here. Or it might help you out, my friend there, Einar. Good way to do it is just, take a load off and hopefully you get that strength back. I mean, diligence requires you to also rest and relax as well, my friend.
I am patient, but before we move forward, I must check something.
Candy's still holding you.
Also, after immediately you saying that, Marcus, Alexander's just gonna make his way up to you, just almost like personal space not there, an inch away from you as he looks down. You said a lady spoke to you.
Oh, do you have a best friend too?
I'm starting to think I do since I'm the only one hearing this voice.
Oh,
What did she sound
I wonder if
like?
the two can meet.
Is she
Candy,
okay?
do you mind putting me down?
just
Right,
just
sorry,
let him
of
go,
course.
plop.
Get back on your feet.
Yes. Yeah, man, you is the strongest thing I've ever seen, Candy. That's impressive. You must do a lot of plats and pull-ups and stuff, right?
And I eat my veggies.
That is important. My master always said a good diet leads to a good body.
Marcus.
Oh, someone's a very smart man.
He was.
Einar is going to head over to this tree
Can you
And
answer
he's
my
going to
question?
pull some
was it?
stuff out of his bag, some batons.
What?
He's gonna climb up the trunk to see if there's anything inside or on top.
With your horrific strength. Okay, yeah, sorry about that, my friend. You asked me what the voice sounded like. I mean, it's a bit like a whisper. I mean, it's. Do I have to make an
Describe
insight
it.
check to describe it, like if it's friendly or not, or I get a feeling that's a nice. We should listen.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight check.
12.
You're not able to garner exactly the intentions of this voice. It seems friendly. It doesn't seem like there's any ill will in it.
Did
Well-
she seem hurt?
Tired more, I guess. Didn't seem
Oh,
injured.
does she need a nap?
I think we all need
By
a
the-
nap.
I'm fine.
Sorry, what were you
By the
saying?
way, I totally
I-
forgot to mention this. But his cloak isn't a blue cloak like it is in the token. It's actually this big pelt of a bear. It's like this stark white bear.
Ah. Oh, it's such a fun group.
I might know who that lady is. I'm not sure entirely, but
Shit,
that
really?
vision I got. Yeah, the vision I got was of me running in a forest similar to this one and rescuing
Wait, you had a
my
weird vision
my
too.
goddess.
I thought it was just a dream.
It was a dream.
What was it for you all? Was it the saving a person, or what was it?
I mean, mine was a bit odd. I mean, kind of saving. It just, I don't know. It's a little personal, I guess. You know what? I don't think it matters. I'm pretty sure whoever this voice was, I don't think it was involved with me. So my dream doesn't really matter. Don't worry about it.
It might be involved with me, and if it is, then there's a problem.
I don't think it has anything to do with you. Like I said, it was just a dream. I mean, it was obviously just my own inner anxiety coming out full and like playing on my mind, I think is all that's happening.
I don't have dreams like those. I didn't just show up here after an immense battle. This has to do something with something else. Something's wrong.
Looks over at Candy.
Unfortunately, it seems as though all we can make up is theories until we actually figure out what's going on here, though.
You know what? I think the best thing to do right now is just take a rest anyways. I know it needs a break. I got a little bit of injured from that thing's chilly touch. I admit I got some... I could patch up a bit. Wouldn't
I'm
mind
alright, but if the rest of you want a nap, I'm fine with that.
Fine. And Alexander's just gonna walk up and just start pacing.
Whew,
Okay. So, who's taking? Well, I guess you don't really need watches.
if it's a short rest, we shouldn't really need watches. It's just we're all
because
technically
you're all awake.
yeah, we're all awake looking. I mean, we can all roll perceptions
Roll
to keep our
perception.
eyes open.
Yes, roll perception and roll your short rest.
Oh, and there's all my health back.
Evelyn,
Stop it.
can you fucking stop? Also,
If you're wondering, Zach,
You'll get
third
6
nat 20 in a row.
for those of you who are down, you get 6 extra hit points.
Nice. I will roll my hit die. And
For those of you who did, what the fuck?
and a max hit die roll.
But yeah,
Dude, it's that hard work, guys.
Yeah,
Gotta make that
diligence, man.
Evelyn pulls out like a little flute and she just quietly plays like a small song.
Kitty immediately runs up.
Well, that is beautiful. And as you're playing a small song, you know what? Candy, you know what, Candy? Can you stand next to her for a second?
Oh, absolutely. absolutely. And just immediately stands next to her.
Hmm?
Marcus pulls out his painting supplies. I gotta get an image of this. This is beautiful. And he starts slowly, like, tracing a paint. As you watch him paint, you do notice his hands glow brighter as he's moving the paintbrush across the canvas.
She kind of averts her eyes, but she continues to play anyway.
And he's hopping up and down on her feet.
It's like capturing the spirit of the music. It is amazing. Keep playing.
You know, I can do something really cool too. Look, if I stick my tongue out really far, I can touch the tip of my nose.
Wait, that's perfect. Keep it there. That childlike innocence.
I'm not a child.
I didn't say you were
Do
a
I
child. It's that
regain my
innocence.
strength points?
Yes.
Should I roll my painting supply check to see how good the painting comes out? It's
Yeah.
probably going to be terrible, but
Incoming duality.
Stick figures?
10. It's just normal, very standard.
It's alright.
The lighting's just off, but I'll work on it. But that's not bad.
After the rest, I would like to use my pittons to climb up the trunk.
Okay.
Since they took that other body, he's curious to see if it's in there.
No. As you climb up the trunk, you find a dead skeleton. And this torn open sack.
I will investigate those.
Roll me... Well, for the sake of brevity, you don't... The sack doesn't look like it's got anything. You can roll a medicine check to see how long the body's been dead for.
Dead long enough to be a skeleton.
Pretty much.
Shame. Though I guess if we were here earlier, it wouldn't matter. It would still be a skeleton.
Would you tell us this?
I'll climb back out of the trunk and I'll head over to everybody else. Not to alarm you all, but there is a skeleton in the trunk.
A skeleton?
Rushes over.
Yes, it's been long enough, dead long enough to be a skeleton, so it's nothing we could have done.
Can I borrow your whatever those things are? I point to whatever he did to climb.
They're still in the trunk.
Alright, I'm gonna start climbing them and just do the ceremonial rites and leave the thing to rest, knowing that probably a priest or nothing has been up there.
Okay.
I just feel like it's just what they deserve.
Very well.
Deserve what? I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
I'm giving ceremonial funeral rites to the dead.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, I can't really help with that, but that's rather admirable of you.
Thank you. He just goes in anyways, just gets it done, and then comes back out.
Okay. With your perception check, at the tail end of you finishing your painting, you notice another movement, this time of a woman, kind of looming past in the distance, down towards this tree that has fallen down towards the north. You can hear laughter, woman's voice, but different sounding to the one you've been hearing before. It sounds a little bit more higher pitch, a little more manic.
Hello?
Hello.
Sorry, there's a woman laughing over there.
There is?
Yeah.
Where?
I'll point in the
I'm
direction.
sorry, Marcus. You're gonna have to be a bit more specific. You know the rest of us can't hear that, right?
I'm sorry. Like I say, I pick things up easier, I guess. No, I hear laughter just coming from the far north.
Perhaps we should go check it out then.
Yeah, we finish our short rest. Is Einar back to full strength? Or
Yes.
okay.
Oh, you seem to be more energized. Are you feeling better, Einar?
Quite a bit, yes.
She smiles at you. Good.
Glad to hear. How tall is that tree there?
It is like 20 feet.
One sec, I'm gonna climb up on that tree, see if I can see what's going on
closer,
around here.
Yeah, it's much taller at this. It's like maybe 10 feet high here.
So I
Um,
Candy rapidly waves. Try not to fall.
Thanks
Would
for
you
the
like to use
advice!
my-
It's very helpful. I appreciate your encouragement and your well-tuned words.
Would you like to borrow my pitons?
I think I got this. I'm just gonna kind of like acrobatic jump up using like a pole vault style thing.
Okay.
Candy like puts her hands on her hips, just like, man, I wish I had that much energy.
You see, as you climb up, you kind of see this white, pale figure of a young girl walk out of the tree, and she just kind of she's got like this really nice floral dress. Everything looks about her looks like a pale white, and she's got like this little basket of flowers, and she's just kind of like dancing around on the grass just right here in front of you, Einar. Why won't you come dance with me? She's just spinning around, throwing like ghostly flowers that just kind of, as they fall halfway through the air, just dissipate into like dust.
I'm not the only one seeing this, right?
Where is she?
I see a tree.
Right here.
Where? You're
Yeah.
not pinging.
Oh, whoops.
I think you're in GM layer.
I am in GM later, right in front of Einar. Like, right
Yeah,
there.
so you
The
guys
dog
should be
is
able to see it very obviously.
Every-
And so can we all hear her?
Yes.
Divine sense.
I love dancing. I would love to
It's
dance.
undead.
I put like a hand out if I see Candy rush over. That's. the
I like how you
undead.
did that at the exact same time she ran forward.
Thump!
You're literally-
Put her
Boom!
head.
You're literally doing that cartoon thing of your hand is resting on her and her arm, like she's like running in place.
The girl is an undead, Candy. I think she's trying to lure you into something bad.
What? And she looks at the person. Are you trying to do something bad?
I just want to dance. And she's just spinning around in circles.
Oh, I can't. Okay, I'll dance here. And Candy starts spinning.
I'm still holding my arm out just in case.
Okay.
It's like you're twirling her at this point, but not really.
And as this happens, as you're just kind of watching this girl dance, you see her form start to shift a little. And I need you all to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
goody.
Uh-oh.
18!
Uh-oh.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
that's not terrible.
Is it a
It's
disease? Because I'm immune to that. I'm
What
just...
Alexander
Why would
with
it be a
4.
disease?
She dances. She
Guess-
sweats on all of us, and we get coronavirus.
The dance,
Easy.
it's the disease of dance. It gets into the soul.
Okay.
Joke's on you, I'm already dancing.
Everybody shuffle it.
Everyone except Marcus and Einar, you feel compelled to dance as you see this form just appear, and Marcus and Einar, you see this, what was a younger girl, you see her form shift as you break out of this illusion, and you see this taller woman with this black hair just kind of draped down her face, this floral crown over her head, and she looks just menacing towards the rest of your party, but she seems to just continue to spin and dance around.
Oh,
The rest of you
Evelyn's
stop.
gonna reach over and start dancing with Candy.
right between freaking.
Alexander
No, literally,
Ship's
like,
standing
literally,
there.
like, takes her, and she's just gonna dance alongside with her.
Candy takes your hand and just starts eagerly swinging them back and forth.
Okay,
they're just
this
laughing
is a
at the
problem,
point.
guys. I mean, I love the dance, I love the effort, I love it, but I think I'm guessing by the fact that Alexander is also doing a polka, you might be under some sort of spell.
Oh, Cell is also such a good dancer. Look at him.
Alexander is just like trying his best not to, and like what he's doing is like the weird old man dance.
Yeah,
What do you
know,
mean? Don't you feel the light in the air?
I am certain you guys are under a charm. Alexander should never dance, I am guessing at this point, but good effort, Alexander. Just some more practice, I'm sure you'll get it.
Well, I think you're just being a killjoy. Come on, dance with us.
It's so much fun.
You know what? I think I'd rather do this and pooyah! Like freaking firebolt at the ghost.
Okay. I like everyone to roll initiative.
Meanwhile, while that's happening, Einar slowly pulls his blade out and is kind of like moving to the side away from the dancing folk, just kind of waiting for an opportune.
Hey, question, Storm.
My
Does this have?
initiatives.
Is this like a homebrew thing, or is it like autos irresistible?
It is a homebrew thing.
So, do I get the
Uh,
attack off before we roll initiative, or is it just starting initiative? Out of curiosity.
Roll. Yeah, roll your initiating attack.
I also like to think that like as
24 for 7
Alexander's
radiant
dancing,
damage to the face. Pah!
it's like clink 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 clink.
Range.
Alexander dancing. He's just
Clank clank clank.
clink, clink, clink.
Everybody
It's good effort. Good effort, Alexander. Just you keep at it. You will be great, my friend. It is all about practice and trying.
Okay.
I kind of love how me and Candy both have like this variation of like super cheeriness, but like at just slightly different angles.
Okay. 7 points of radiant damage.
Gotta say, I am never so happy I picked a fucking Radiant Monk when our first missions are shadows and undead everywhere.
As you see this blast of light energy just kick out towards it, and you just see it impact, and you see the wraith-like woman just go looking over towards you.
Sweet. Does she still look like a kid to me and like Candy and stuff?
Yes. Yep. She just looks like a kid.
Oh no.
She looks like fucking Samara from The Ring.
Candy, you are still dancing.
This is so
It's
appropriate.
She starts doing the Running Man.
She
Okay.
does it right next to you.
Oh, okay. Please delete that gif.
Oh no, you're fine, Nikki. I'm moving. I'm moving. God.
Thank you.
Bit of a
I, for
trigger
one, like
image for.
It's just going to continue dancing as it's just standing there. I know.
So it just keeps dancing?
Mhm.
That's highly suspect.
No shit.
Very highly suspect. They're gonna dance until they're dead.
Dance till you're dead, 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 dead.
Literally.
I'm gonna go ahead. You'll see Einar kind of roll his shoulders back. Marcus, as everybody's probably dancing too much to care, and he just kind of rolls his shoulders back, and he seems to just grow in size and stature. So he's gonna use Giant's Might.
Nice.
Oh, I thought it was something else. So
Two
dear.
of the other
So
player, 3 of us are well aware of this ability.
Yeah, it's nice.
He grows to a large size, and then he's gonna swing his sword down on this ghost lady.
Okay. Roll your attack.
Oh god.
Oof.
Oof is right.
Big ol' fat oof.
Misses as you try
That's
to bring
okay.
the sword down upon it, and you just seems to dance out of the way. As it just spins.
It just impacts the ground with a.
You guys see
That's
this. As you see, and you're just confused why he's attacking a little girl who's dancing.
Oh, leave her alone. She's just having fun.
She's
Evelyn,
a
you're still
spooky
dancing.
ghost.
Marcus.
Well, I mean, I think you guys don't really see what's going on here, but let's see if we can break this. I believe that all you can
Oh.
work hard, and I will.
Wait, so I might.
There is no save.
Oh. Oh, I was sorry, Heath. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, and I'm going to end this. Paya-pata! Like Vegeta style. As 3 fireballs come out with my fists.
Okay.
You need to stop
Flurry of
watching
blows.
JoJo.
Oh, that's in Dragon Ball.
It's Dragon Ball Vegeta style.
I know, I'm just saying that
Fucking stands. Why do they all do that?
Never hits anything.
Hurts me.
Oof. Oof.
Oof.
There we go.
Okay, hits, dealing 7 points of radiant damage. As the first 2 you see her arms just fly upwards, dodging out of the way as she brings it up. The other one going for a side, and she does a little leap to the side. As she does, you aim it directly at her, and the radiant energy just blasts into this. And she just turns back towards you.
you got my message, right?
I did.
Does it affect anything?
Nope. Go dancing.
Alright. Does he look like does he have to enjoy it, or does he look like he just wants to murder that kid?
You can look like you're not enjoying it, but you're compelled to dance.
Yeah, he just very much pissed off at this moment as he's just dancing and just giving this death glare to the kid.
You can dance if you wanna. You can leave your friends behind. I do love it how the Candy and the Bard are the ones happily dancing while you just got the angry
one
dance.
To rise out and go towards you, and you manage to spot it as it's darting towards you, and you see that as it's moving up onto the tree trunk and just looming over towards you. It's going to make its attack against you.
Oh shit!
First attack. Oh shit, natural 20.
Language.
Yep, there we go.
That is 14 points of necrotic damage.
Ouch, I'm already bloodied. That's
Second
over half.
attack.
Oh god.
Well, the healers can't go over there to help you because they're too busy dancing.
Also hits, dealing
Nothing matters while we're
6 points of
dancing.
necrotic damage.
Oh, I'm still standing. Barely.
I'm still
standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nope. And there's no saves. Its turn, it's still dancing. I know. Roll me an intelligence check.
Okay. Regular intelligence or an arcana?
Intelligence.
And he starts doing the backpack kid dance.
Marcus, make one for me as well.
Good goody. The thing I'm not the best at. 12.
You figure that you could probably slap some sense into him. I know you do not know this. You're just confused as to why they're dancing. But, Marcus, you feel like if you slapped him, or maybe knocked them to the floor, or shook them out of it, any point of damage, they'll probably wake out of it. I know.
Okay. Well, on knowing that, I'm gonna do it again, but I'm gonna see if maybe I know it's gonna be like, time for you to stop dancing. I'm gonna swing my sword again. This time, I assume a 21 hits.
Hits.
This time, as he cuts into this ghost and the sword slams down on the ground, these fiery chains erupt from under the earth, grabbing her arms and her legs. So it needs to make a strength throw or be restrained.
Okay.
And
Fails.
And it will take
2d6 fire damage at the start of its turn, though.
It'll take 6 fire damage at the start of its next turn.
Okay. As you bring your greatsword just slamming down into it, these chains just latch up towards it and hold it down. And you can see that this fire is starting to creep up. That's your turn.
That is my turn.
Evelyn, Candy, Alexander. The charm has been broken, and you can now see the form as it's just standing there, unable to move. As you see the form that the other two have seen, this no longer a small child, now a just big woman that has just this black hair just covering half of her face. The other part of her face just pale white, just kind of struggling within these chains.
You also see Marcus bleeding out.
Yeah, Marcus looks pretty bad.
Even though the spell drop, Candy continues dancing for a bit, just having a great time, and then looks up and sees that Marcus is really badly injured. It comes to a stop. Oh no, that's not.
You know, I love the effort, Candy! This is like holding in his intestines.
Why do you sound like, oh my god!
We got this, guys! Work hard! Go, John! Oh, I think that was a lung.
Alexander does not look concerned at all with your well-being.
I know, she's like, this isn't even my final form.
He gets
So.
Go on.
Do. Oh, so Evelyn. It happens on Evelyn's turn.
Thinking. Yeah, I think I will. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and just reach out. It's just, come on, keep trying. You're doing great. Yeah, I guess you're. I mean, you're doing great. And she's gonna go ahead and give you a second level healing word.
That's more than one word, but okay.
9.
Healing phrase, then, bitch.
It wasn't even a phrase. It was like at least 2 to 3 sentences.
You're 3 to 2 sentences.
Yes, she
Oh,
helped me.
maybe
See,
it's on that long.
Marcus, okay,
Shut
you know
up.
what? I think, you know, that feels a lot better. I think my lung's back where it's supposed to be.
Love you.
And I will immediately afterwards just use vicious mockery,
Okay.
Ooh.
and she'll just go ahead and point towards the figure, and it's just
Which figure?
I don't. Yeah, this one, and she'll just, what person dances without music? And then
You
yeah,
just did.
shut up.
Fail.
I love you.
After Evelyn says that in the background, you just. After Evelyn says that in the background, you just hear Candy go, oh!
Oh!
Thank you.
As
One
Candy's
bully for one friend.
as Candy has been dancing without music even before this happened.
No one. Shush.
Alright.
Keep doing one fucking damage,
Damage is the disadvantage. Why?
It's about the disadvantage, but it's restrained, so, you know.
Yeah, never mind. Marcus.
Marcus seeing the ghost lady restrained and seeing this motherfucker over at him kind of cracks his neck. Is like, okay, I remember why I try to stay out of the front, but fuck you! And he's gonna go into a flurry of blows and just fuck this fucker up with his fists.
Okay. How many? Oh, you do.
I recharge key points after a short rest, so I got him back. So I've only used up 1 so far, 2 counting this round. Natural 20.
Oh.
Stop it. Stop.
That's the 4th one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fifth, I think. Yeah.
But that's all I hit with. Fuck me.
Yeah. 14 points of radiant damage as your first hit just strikes out towards it, and you can see it goes to dodge, but you manage to track where it goes. It's trying to lean towards, and you just strike your hand out towards it, blasting it. As its form like splits apart, you try to strike out 2 more times, but you're unable to catch it as it reforms back. Just kind of looking out of the way.
He's gonna look at it. Well, that didn't work as well as I'd hoped, and I'm gonna like leap off and fucking run. I'll take the attack of opportunity.
Okay. 13 misses.
Yep. Just lands and goes, okay!
Run behind me. I'll block it.
I can move 40 feet, so I am at... Yeah, let's start from there. So 40, there we go, yep.
Or run over there. This is your choice.
This one is going to make its way down towards flanking you on your side, and it is
The
going
one
to...
is restrained, so...
Oh yeah, true. Not threatening. First attack, 16. Believe that misses.
Miss.
Second attack, misses 8. As it just tries to lurch towards you with this 2 like claw-like ghostly fists, and you're just unable to find purchase. You just shields block it, smashing into it as it just kind of stumbles back in its like partial corporeal form. Okay.
So glad I fled. That 16 would have hit me.
Alexander.
What does restrain do again?
You have
Advantage
advantage on attacks, and it can't move. It can attack. No, wait. Isn't restrain mean it can attack still? Just
Yep.
attacks are at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Yeah.
This thing try to control me. I'm mad at it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pump in a divine smite.
Okay.
I'm listening to die. It's undead too, so it deals 11 damage. 11 radiant damage.
Okay, 17 points of damage total as you bring your longsword slashing down into it. You can see it just cuts partially into the form as the radiant light bursts, and you can see it just kind of rear back from the radiant energy.
His wings would flare up as it tries to do that, and how dare you make me dance in front of these people that I just met.
Can you?
She runs up to this creature. Gives it this apologetic look as she takes out her great axe. I know you probably just wanted to have a stance, but it's really not nice that you hurt my friends. I'm sorry, and she'll attack.
Okay.
Oof. Oh, advantage,
Oof.
Sticky.
Oh yeah, you do have advantage.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Hits.
17
So
for 15
17.
damage.
15 points of damage as you bring your...
17.
17.
No, 50. Yeah, no, you're
Oh,
not raging.
well, yeah, never. I'm not raging. Right.
Oh yeah, that's right. So 7 total. As you try to bring your great axe down into it, and you can see it cut into the form, but it doesn't have as much of a effect as you thought it would. It's just kind of like stuck in these chains, unable to move.
It
I'm really
takes
sorry.
6 points of fire damage at the start of its turn.
As you see the fire flames finally form and just erupt, blasting into this this wraith, it takes double damage, which is 12.
Oh,
As you
this
just
thing's vulnerable to fire. Nice.
Fire just lurching into it as you see it burn up parts of its dress, and you can see like part of the actual dress that it's wearing has now been burnt. As it just looks towards you all, you see it smile and it disappears. And three more appear around. You just see that there just seems like forms that just appear suddenly and surrounding you all as this one vanishes. And okay, and they're going to make their attacks.
Well, it looks like it's a big old dance party.
First one against Einar, 19 to hit.
Meets.
19 points of necrotic damage as the first one just drains as you feel like the life force being sucked out of you. Your maximum hit points are reduced by 19. Oh wait, no,
Oh
you need to make a dex. You need to make a Constitution save. Sorry, save. Your health point is not reduced, but you still pay 19 points of damage. Oh, pretty high. Second attack against Alexander. Misses. Third attack. 18 on Candy.
That hits.
14 points of necrotic damage, and you need to make your Constitution saving throw.
Oh jeez, hold on. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 9. Alright, what was the save?
Con.
Oh god.
Your max hit points are reduced by 14 until your next long rest.
14?
Yes, 14 points of damage. As both of you just feel this, your vitality is drained out of you, it slashes into you, and just you feel the life force being sucked out of you.
So do I take an additional 14 as well, or?
You just take 14 damage. And just keep in mind that your max health has been reduced.
Okay.
Okay. So...
In other words, no way to heal back from that.
Okay. You still see the chains are still holding onto something, but it's invisible. But it just seems to be writhing in these chains at the moment, just trying to... Is it at the end of
Yeah, at
the
the
turn?
end of its turn, it gets to make another save.
Okay.
Does it look like it breaks out?
Is it a strength save? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
I accidentally ruined its initiative. Where was it on? It was right before... Oh god. Who was it before? It was just
Me.
after Candy's turn. That's right.
Yeah, it was between me and Candy.
Accidentally rolled initiative for it again.
Did
Anyway.
it bust out or nah?
15.
That busts out.
Yeah, actually, I don't even know what. It doesn't say what. I assume intelligence, but it's gonna bust out regardless.
Yeah. As you just see the chains just break. Okay. I know.
Okay. I suppose Uvar will guide my blade. And you see his left eye just kind of flare up in this kind of blue flame as I invoke my Uvar rune
Okay.
with my bonus action. So, with my reaction, I can do all kinds of cool stuff. Then I'm going to swing my sword at this one.
Alrighty. Make it attack.
Yep.
Did you just make sense?
Misses. As you bring your greatsword down, your sword down onto it, and it just unable to find purchase, it just darts out of the way.
That's okay.
Okay. Evelyn.
Right. Everybody's just wailing on this chick. Wait, why are there two of them?
There's three of them.
There's 3 of
What?
them.
What? Huh?
I can use a
Explain.
heal, friend.
Fuck you.
You would have seen it disappear, and then suddenly 3 more like forms of it just appear around, dancing around. And
One
then
of
she,
these
like,
motherfuckers is fake. I think, or
One
one of these
things
motherfuckers is
not
real.
like the other.
The other. Ooh, everything hurts. Sure. I'm gonna go ahead and run on over here first. And I'm going to go ahead and just kind of... God. Yeah, no. She'll just kind of reach out and just towards Einar, just, come on, you can do it! And I'm going to pour in a healing word. Of first level, and hope that it just doesn't do terrible. Knocking on wood, though.
I don't know if you're cool with us seeing each other's like life bars. At least we don't necessarily see the numbers, but just so we kind of got a general idea what everybody's at. Or is that not what you do for this?
I generally don't have that.
Okay, that's fine. If you don't, that's your cool. You're cool.
And then afterwards, I'm
I
gonna
don't even know.
look.
Pardon?
I don't even know how to turn it on.
Oh, you double click the token, and then you click the second like token bar, and then you just under the numbers you say view to everybody.
Okay.
And then afterwards, she's going to point directly at this figure right here, and she's just going to say, everyone, and this is exactly why you wash your laundry.
That was
And,
vicious.
Oh,
yes,
snap.
it was. Implying that it's just one shambling mount of cloth, guy.
So which one?
the guy, this guy, the guy.
Okay. Fails, taking 2 points of psychic damage.
Woo! At disadvantage
As
on
you
his
see.
next attack.
Form shimmers. Okay. Marcus.
Marcus will run up and goes, okay, let's see if we got this. Pincer maneuver on her! And I'm going to go and do a punch with my Radiant Fist.
Okay.
18 for 7 damage, so 14 total
Hits.
because this fucker's vulnerable.
As you just see this energy just like fly out towards the radiant light, and you see it almost just burst inside of it, and it just dissipates.
Woo! These things do not like the light. And then there's these guys down here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do any of them look injured?
Nope. All of them look fine.
Okay, well, in that case... Fuck, I don't really want to get close to these things. I can't really afford to take those hits. You guys got this! And I will just, I will use my last flurry of blows. And I will make, 2, long-range radiant damages as I just do, like, an uppercut blast and then, like, a shoulder pump to do 2 attacks.
Okay.
Radiant energy bursts out.
Misses. And misses as the 2 like strikes that you try to do, and it just dances around.
Fuck, this is not my day.
That's alright, nice try.
Thank you!
Okay. Alexander.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Things are going interesting, correct? Don't forget my image, by the way.
Literally, I was just grabbing it.
Just making sure. Oh, sorry, my cat's just yelling at me right now. And I, well, Does it call for it now? I'm sorry. I'm just a bit distracted right now. I wanna. Which one looks hurt between us? These two.
They all look fine.
Yeah, nobody's been
Oh,
hit
okay.
yet.
Oh. So they haven't hit these two.
No one's hit anything.
Oh. Okay.
Unfortunately, showed a less than dramatic punchy fist attack with those. I killed the one shadow, though. I'll take that as a hit.
That's good. I'm going to just smack. Actually, I'm just gonna take the opportunity attack and walk here.
Okay. Misses. As it tries
Okay.
to launch out towards you with this ghostly-like hand and just slaps at the wind.
I'm going to try to smack it, see if it does anything. Not
Okay.
sure exactly.
16.
Does it hit?
16 hits, and as you bring your longsword down into it, it just cuts into it and dissipates.
Oh.
It's a good thing.
Just up there and just wait.
Okay. Candy.
Looking at these two between her, she's gonna go like, kind of like rub her hands together. It's just like, okay, come on, Sil, let's see if we can do that magic stuff that Marcus is doing. Let's give it a shot. And closes her eyes, and that glow comes to her body again. Let me roll for Rick. 6. That's. Oh god. Alright, so I need all creatures within 30 feet of me to make a wisdom saving throw.
Swear to God, if you start another dance party, Candy.
Thankfully,
Allies don't need to because
yeah, this one doesn't really affect allies, so.
yeah.
So the creatures have to make a wisdom save.
Okay.
So they gotta save a 13.
Fails.
Nice.
And fails.
Alright, so they all have disadvantage on attack rolls against me till the start of my next turn.
Oh, okay.
And now with that manic look back in her eye again, she's gonna turn to this one right next and go like, alright, let's see if we've got this time. Fuck.
Nope. As you try to bring your great axe down into it, and just cuts at the wind as it dances.
I will use my reaction
Oh.
as the Uvar flame in his eye sparks brightly. You have advantage on your.
Ooh.
So roll one time. Hits. As this time as you bring your blade, just you feel something pull you towards a certain direction. You angle your attack and you slash and you cut into the image, and it just dissipates.
She kind of like blinks, bewildered. That wasn't me. Was that you? No? Where'd that come?
Okay.
That's her turn.
This one's turn. It is going to make its attack against Alexander.
Okay.
Misses 10 as it tries to lurch out towards you, and you just see it's unable to find any purchase as this one appears from the shadow, attacking towards Candy at disadvantage. So it was also invisible, so it's negated to normal. 19 to hit.
That hits.
Oh no.
11 points of necrotic. I need another con save.
Oh, thank God.
As it appears out of the from its invisibility, as it appears, you see that its form looks much better than it did before after going into invisibility, after it turned into multiple forms. Looks healthier. Much better than it did before.
Breathing kind of heavy. She's looking kind of bad as she looks at the figure, kind of bleeding a bit, blood dripping from the corner of her mouth. Is that any way to treat your dance partner?
I know.
You
First
tell
things
Candy.
first. I will second one.
Okay.
Okay, 11 hit points. Then I will swing my sword at this mirage real quick.
Okay. Hits. As it slaps into it, you just see it just dissipate.
I will take my place here, action surge, and swing at this one.
Alright. Okay. That is.
Holy fuck! 12.
What's that
That's 12. That's 18 damage total.
What's that extra d6 from?
His
Giant smite.
giant strike. Yeah, giant Mike is an extra d6.
12. 18.
18, so 9 if it's halved.
9 points damage as you bring your sword, and this time you just cleave it straight down the middle, and you can see its form just try to almost move out of the way in time, and you just slash like part of it into its shoulders. You cut down, and you see it reform its arm again, and this time it looks a little bit smaller than it did before.
Kind of brings his sword back and spins it, and there's like this like faint wispy trail behind it. Just just for real cool stuff. And he seems to be patiently waiting for the next opportune area to strike.
Okay, Evelyn.
Alrighty. Only one more. How's she looking?
She looking bloodied. If a ghost could look bloodied, her form's just kind of like shimmering a little bit.
Does anyone have a cup of healing?
Health points for the poor.
I'm sure Alexander can help you out with that.
Are
Oh,
you sure about that?
Absolutely not.
I have no
Before
idea
you
what-
just fucking swallow all of your healing like a nerd.
Do you have any healing left? I mean, you've spent most of your spells.
I have lay on
You're-
hands.
Wait a fucking minute. I may have done a small mistake. One moment. Let me just check. Because I did a boop.
Second level healing word to me. You cast a Sonic Whispers in the previous fight.
Hmm.
And then there was at least 2 more healing words I can remember. I don't know if you've done anything more than that.
Are you sure it was just Dissonant Whispers?
Could be Thunderwave.
I feel like we would have heard that.
Plus the thing fled, so yes, I know the spells.
Stop it.
I will not confirm nor deny anything.
Powered
If INR collapse while large, does that count as a thunder wave?
1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. No, I do still have healing. So, yeah. Evelyn would just be like, me running out of creative things to say. Nah, she's just, again, just with the same, just, go on, Candy, you can do it! I think.
oh, that's so nice of you.
Let's see. And that's a level 1. Please stop giving me 2s and 1!
There we go.
Yay! The support did it.
Yes.
I mean, you rolled good on my level 2 one you gave me.
Well, yeah, I fucking better. Level 2. Just get 2 1s. Cries.
Okay, 8 points of healing.
But immediately after, I will. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the vicious mockery and whatnot, and my brain also still failing to come up with anything.
Okay.
Tell her she has
Yeah.
2 left feet.
Tell her to be gone like I thought she is.
She's just, again, still slightly trembling. She's just gonna be like, please return to whatever ditch and or grave you just crawled out of!
Saves.
Fuck!
Should have gone with the 2 left feet.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Seems
But yeah.
unnerved. Marcus.
Hey, Marcus, gotta go. Okay, we got this, guys. Let's keep it together. he's gonna do. And then with his fist, he goes two fire punches again.
Okay. Miss. Hits.
I will use my Uvar as it flares up.
Okay.
Give him advantage on the first.
Okay, so I'll roll the first one again.
Mhm.
Both hit.
Hits. For 4 points, 8 total, as you see this radiant energy burst out, striking fully into this Wraith as it just kind of shies away from the radiant energy. Okay.
It's sad that
Alexander.
You see my true power.
That is impressive, my friend.
My turn?
Yeah.
5, 10, Searing Smite. See if I
Okay.
hit first.
Hits! 3 points of damage.
And so does it do anything else? I think it might do something else. Let me just take a look, see.
Catches on fire, please.
Yeah, I just need to make sure that I show you it because it would be easier because I don't know these things because I don't cast Searing Smites and stuff like that. Here you
Okay. 1d6 at the start of each turn. This make a con save.
Mhm.
It takes 4
Nice.
saves. Okay. It is now.
So we're doing
on
double fire.
Fire.
It's on fire.
Choose this one. As it takes the flaming smite, as your sword cuts into it, and you see this flame flare up. You see it burn up more of its clothes, some of its hair, and there's this just kind of like shriek to it as it like writhes where it's standing. 12 points of damage. Okay. Candy.
Woo! Swing with the great axe.
Swing, bada 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 bada.
I get the flanking, right?
Yes.
14.
14?
Misses. As you try to bring your great axe down into it, and it just dodges out of the way.
Don't worry, Candy, you got this. Just keep trying.
Ah! She. Oh wait, I should have done that at the beginning. It's too late.
Reckless.
I forgot reckless was. Yeah, I forgot reckless was a thing. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
Con save.
Yes. What's your save DC?
My save DC is a 14.
Saves. Meets.
Alright.
As it spell ends.
Mhm.
It is going to reach out towards you, Alexander.
Okay.
25 hit. 14 points of
Okay.
necrotic damage. And you
Okay.
make a con save.
So 14 half is 7.
You do indeed have. Yes.
I'm an ice more, my dude.
Yes. 7 points.
What is AC?
My AC?
No, just in general.
Fails. Your hit points are reduced by 7.
Okay.
Ooh, has a crazy high DC.
That's its turn. I know.
Alright. Well, seeing as I really have nothing else to do because I'm a dumb fighter, I'm just gonna
Oof.
horribly miss.
Horribly miss as you bring your greatsword down, and you almost just like the dirt just flies up, and the other two have to kind of shield their eyes for a moment as you just miss completely as the thud of the blade just sinks straight into the ground.
That's my turn.
Evelyn.
Alrighty. What? Fucking cat! How are y'all looking?
Besides having the crowd damage to reduce my maximum HP, I look pretty full.
I'm alright considering my max has been lowered quite a bit.
Crying
I'm bloody. I'm just over bloodied.
Understood.
We're all pretty hurt, but in weird ways.
Let me just.
Probably also emotionally as well.
One hit by that fucking ghost and I'm unconscious.
We're dead.
We're okay. We got this, guys. We got this. Believe.
Believe it.
Mark is shouting that while Candy lifts her axe. She's like, I'm gonna
Got a bio.
And
Saves.
the
Takes half.
nice. But even after that, he's just gonna go ahead and raise a hand again. I get bardic inspirations back on the short rest.
No, not to level 5.
Not
No.
to level 5, yeah.
Fuck! Alright. Well,
Well, to
yeah,
inspire us.
Rip.
Just not with bardic inspiration.
everyone will just reach over towards Marcus and it's just, you've got this. She's, I think, looking worse. I'm not. And inspiration.
Woo.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Marcus.
I'm feeling inspired. I got this. Okay. Market goes. Yeah, just over top of Candy's head, the fireballs come.
Okay. Where is that?
Natural 20.
You need to stop doing that.
How do you
2-4 for 10 damage, radiant right to the face.
Just as he dashes along the side, just over the top of Candy's head, this foot just comes out, is kicking outwards, this radiant energy blasts out. Just over your head, you can feel the intense heat just fly, almost singe the top of your head, hair, Candy, as it just strikes out, impacts it straight in its head, and you see it screech out and wail in pain as just form just dissipates.
Candy immediately pumps both her fists into the air like, woo!
Did I kill it? Fuck, that's another.
Yeah. I did say how you want to do this.
I know who Marcus is. My gif.
No, it's a spoiler!
That's
Wait a
fair.
fucking minute. How far back are you? Delete the thing!
Nikki, you need to catch up.
Agreed. If I'm that far, then you have to be that far.
Murky pops up another one. Whew! Oh man, that was a chore, friends.
Wow, good job. Here, high five.
High five and like, I guess a high five.
Double
for me.
high fives.
Since I'm 6 feet, I gotta kind of go low for you.
Einar's size shrinks back down to the normal size, and the little fire in his left eye just snuffs.
Kind of sad though. It was fun dancing.
Well, you know what they say, we do have a musician here. As I look over to our charming bard.
Oh, we do.
It's she kind of like stands up straight and waves at the rest of you like, I am getting echoed as fuck.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
getting
it's Storm.
Sorry.
It's okay.
No, you good.
As
But
all
no,
of this is
she
like,
just kind of
like-
stands up straight and waves like she was just like everybody re-acknowledged her existence and she's just like, yeah.
Will you play a song for us?
I suppose I could. I don't know. Should we continue moving?
Just
Everything
looks
was kind of a
around
bit of
at
a-
the ripped up party. You know, god damn it, I guess we have to keep moving, but or at least find a place to set up camp.
Well, she'll look up at the sky. Does it even look like it's a dark forest, but is it actually night?
There's a moon. There's just a pale white moon shining down. It does not look like it's moved.
Also, Storm, you might really benefit from push to talk.
Yeah, maybe.
But with
That
that being
or
said,
buy
yeah,
a headset,
she'll
I guess.
she'll just sit down and take out her flute. It depends, I guess. Are we sitting here or?
What do the rest of you think? This is a bit much, a little beyond me, to be honest.
The way I see it is that the longer that we stay in one place, the higher chance there are of others coming. But if we stay moving, we might be able to get out of wherever this is. But we also risk not being at our best.
My body feels really weak.
Then I suppose that's one vote for staying behind.
Marcus,
As,
Please.
as all of his merriment and just excitement of these three people happen, Alexander's just looking at each of you as you speak, just a bit bewildered and just a bit standoffish by how friendly everyone is, and just you can see it's kind of uncomfortable for him.
It would be wise if we rested.
I think it
I
might be
used
best.
most of my abilities in that fight, and quite frankly, some of you, well, now know how I felt from the first fight.
All of you make a perception check.
You just give him a nat 20 because you know he's gonna get it.
I almost passed
No,
out.
no,
because
just a 23.
I fucking. What do I have to do to get your luck, Heath? What do I have to do?
I don't know, man. I'm on fire
Sell
today.
your soul.
Okay.
You have to sacrifice your character's luck in my game.
Got it.
Because Jube had kind of the opposite.
Yeah, today.
Okay, Einar and Marcus, you hear the same. Well, Marcus, you hear the same voice. Einar, this is the first time you've kind of heard it, and you hear, "The way is clear."
Oh, Marcus.
Yes, my friend. What is it?
You said you heard a voice earlier.
I've been hearing it a lot, honestly.
Well, I just heard it this time.
Oh, thank God, I'm not the only one.
She claims the way is clear.
That's what I heard too. So.
Would you like me to go ahead and check out the area?
How rough are you looking?
I'm pretty much help. I'm about as full as you can get. I'm only
Okay.
down 3 hit points.
Marcus is gonna look at. Actually, you know what? No offense, friend, but you're a little big for the sneaky sneak. Maybe I should scout ahead. Maybe I can see what I can see.
I would have shrunk down back to normal size. Although I guess I'm still kind of big.
Yeah, you're still like 6'7", man, full and in like heavy armor.
I don't think the creatures here are... Well, I guess they do ambush, but I don't think we're gonna sneak up on them too easily.
That's fair. I want to take a look ahead, maybe make sure everybody's okay. I mean, no offense again. I think I'm a little faster than you as well. So if I run into trouble, I can get back here lickety split.
If you insist.
Yeah,
Don't die.
I'll do my best, sir.
Yes, do be careful.
Well, thank you, Candy.
We're-
I will give it my best. Diligence is the key to this success here, and I will diligently stealth ahead.
Hey.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. I'll just DM you it.
Oh.
Thank you, Zaku. I loves.
I love it. It matches so well.
Oh
with
God, natty
everyone.
one, of course. There we go. Oh, that's my toe.
Amazing.
Pass out.
I love how I'm more aggressively just done with everything, while like Einar is like just like eh.
The way looks fine to you.
Okay,
It
guys.
doesn't seem like
Looks like it's
You know
clear
what,
ahead.
For poops and smiles, I want to see.
Well, it's hard not to beat an at one.
I can
No,
try
but
to.
you still get a +5, and I get
That's
a
fair.
+1 at disadvantage. So it's.
Yeah, at least I do worse.
I would have shrunk back to normal size, Storm.
Okay.
I think that only lasts a minute.
Yeah, the last 1 minute. Okay, guys, it's clear ahead. We are good to go.
Very well, shall we move along? Perhaps the taken individual is ahead. Those of you who are hurt or feeling weak, feel free to stay behind me.
Well,
I still have one trick up my sleeve.
Immediately steps in front of him.
well, I was just thinking that you are trying to push ahead, right? Right.
Yeah, we're gonna move ahead, Miss Evelyn. We've Einar and I heard the lady's voice saying it's clear, and we figured we best get moving.
Oh boy. Alright, let's go.
Last time we separated in a way, one of us got absorbed by shadows and taken ahead. Are
I'm
you
not
sure that-
separating. We're all going
Yeah,
together.
we're going together, Miss Evelyn.
Oh, sorry, I must have heard what Einar said. Okay. And she just claps her hands together. Let's move on.
okay. As you travel down throughout the rest of this forest path, you can see similar shadows this time, and now it's more visible to the rest of you. They all kind of stop and look towards you, and they're kind of like in the distance in the forest, just kind of looking towards you. And you can see some of them kind of running up to another shadow, and looks like it's whispering something. And then that initial shadow just kind of looks back towards you and gives you a wave before dissipating. And this happens maybe a few times. Soon, as you start to make your way through further down, you can see a few shadows just kind of watching now. Just looking at you throughout the forest. It's kind of creepy.
I was just about to say, this is kind of a little creepy. Anybody else feel that?
I feel wonderful.
They don't look
It's a
aggressive.
little unsettling.
Also, while we're walking, Candy does kind of mumble and is just like, so just because they can hear voices that the rest of us can't hear doesn't mean they're crazy. Don't be.
I would like to say with my passive 20, I probably hear everything you say constantly.
I can hear everything you're saying twice. I love you, Storm. I'm sorry.
Shoot, actually close the music page.
Who keeps uncorking a bottle?
It's the music page.
Oh,
Okay.
Get
As
a
you
bot.
yeah, I'm gonna. As you continue your way further down, you can start to see a manor in the distance. There's this large, like, eldritch tree, kind of looks like it's died out in the front. Behind it, you can see the clouds just kind of wisping over top, way above, giving it this ominous feel. The manor looks decrepit, like it's been a long time since anyone's maintained it. You can see the courtyard is just creeping with these weeds and these like roots that are kind of snaking along the ground. You see the lights are on the distance. can see that within the front entrance, there's just yellow lights lit up.
I want to start booking it.
Okay.
Uh,
I see
well,
Alexander run forward.
That's a little fast, Alexander, but let's keep going, guys. I'll
Seems we are in Raccoon City.
everybody get the
I don't
ready
say
shot.
that.
Just ignore the buildings in the background.
Yeah, you just see like Alexander just look horrified for a moment before he just like books it to the glowing lights.
As you
Why
make your
are you
way-
running?
You'll eventually make your way to the front of this manor. Alexander, you make it there first. Is everyone else running, or just Alexander?
Evelyn is walking at a brisk pace.
Marcus will keep up with Alexander just because he's a little worried not to have somebody run up ahead by themselves. Like jogs as
And
I
he skips
have
along.
faster.
Oh, he's so cute. Fuck.
You eventually make it to the front door, Alexander, and the door is closed currently.
What, no, what's going on here? You see the Alexander? Do you know what's happening here?
No, I just recognize the lights and he just points to them. I'm gonna say Fopai, probably.
Do I recognize this light in any way?
Nope.
It's just light, isn't it? I mean, what's recognizable about it?
I saw it in my dream.
Oh,
I didn't see the matter though.
fair.
I wanna wait till everyone's there before I just like burst open the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make a strength check. Holds fast as you try to bust into the door, and it just... You feel like you put a lot of force into actually busting down the door, but it
I
just
wanna
seems...
try to open it now. Without just checking to see if I can just open it.
You go to turn your hand, turn the actual doorknob. Doesn't open. But you hear the sound of footsteps coming throughout the manor. Just a tap, 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 tap. I'm coming. Don't just... Oh,
What?
hold on, don't bust down the door. Even though you
Well,
can't anyway.
Well, there's somebody home.
You could
What?
have just knocked. That's not very polite.
I mean, that's what I would have tried myself, but apparently Mr. Alexander here was a bit more rambunctious, let's say, to get inside.
As you hear the footsteps stop behind the door, you just see the doorknob turn. No sound of locks or anything. And you see a woman clad in a black dress that kind of flows down all the way to her feet. The actual dress itself looks like it's made of pure darkness, as if shadows are kind of like slowly wafting from her dress. You see this platinum blonde hair, fairly short, down to her, just above her shoulders. On her side, you can see that there's this long sword, this platinum hilt with this black and red scabbard. She has this piercing orange eye, just the other one hidden beneath her fringe. And she just kind of looks over towards y'all. Oh my goodness, y'all look terrible. Did my shades do terrible things? I did pass along a message and eventually got down, I think, but perhaps a little bit too late.
Wait a minute.
Your
Those were...
shades.
And yes, I'm Timera, demigoddess of death.
Oh! Pleasure, ma'am?
I've never met a demigod before.
Does that mean we're dead?
No. No.
That is a relief.
Alexander looks very uncomfortable with this.
Where are we? Why are we here?
Shadowfell?
Wait a minute.
Did you cause those dreams? Did you do
Do
that
I-
to us?
No.
Do I know Shadowfell?
Go ahead and roll me a history check.
I will do the same.
I'm a country bumpkin. I don't know this stuff.
Fucking. Well, maybe you
would've-
heard about it once.
You would know of the Shadowfell, Evelyn. It is a place of darkness, of where light, color, happiness doesn't really reach.
They never met Candy.
It's a very scary
Yeah.
place. It's one of death, shadows, terror, different parts for different places.
I assume there's a reason we're here. Did you call us here?
Well, actually, just come inside, come inside. She kind of holds the door open.
Well, I
Well,
guess we don't got much else choices. Everybody coming in with us?
Candy walks in, looks around. I love what you did with the place.
Oh, I know, it's wonderful. No one lives here, just me. It's a terrible time. But I enjoy company when I come.
Oh, you must be so lonely.
Something like that. It's fine.
Do you
I
want
have
a
things
friend?
to
I
do.
could be your friend. I would love to be your friend.
I would love some friends. I do have these shades. Shades, although they're just shadows, they don't really talk much. Sometimes they kind of repeat the same things over and over again. Sometimes they do absurd things, like just, I don't know.
Randomly try to kill strangers in the middle of the street?
No, that's a usual thing.
Can I draw a particular emotion from her? Is she anxious, excited? What's happening?
Roll an insight.
Alright.
I'll do so as well.
She seems excited.
I want to do a divine stance on her. And
Okay.
just everything around.
She is a celestial.
Okay.
Makes sense, demigoddess.
Yeah, Alexander just looks very uncomfortable with her and is just kind of just very awkwardly shuffling along and just staring at her.
Interesting. Does that account for everyone nearby?
No. Everyone appears humanoid.
So,
Humanoid bye! Yeah. No, okay.
So, tell me, Miss Dimitri, or Demira,
Demira.
sorry, Demira, what brings you to this, wonderful place of your home?
What do you mean what brings me here? This is my home. This is... You mean what I bring you here? Is that...
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm also curious why you set up residence in such a, quaint place.
Well, as the aspect of death, I feel like I have the most power resonating here, so... Essentially, set up in the Shadowfell.
You know, I've never actually met someone like you. You said an aspect? What exactly does that mean?
That's my title.
Are there others with your title?
Yes.
No, well, not exactly the aspect of death, essentially. That's the title I hold. My sisters hold other titles.
I hope I'm not being intrusive, but what other titles?
Keeper of Time.
So you're the only aspect, but they all seem to have other districts?
Yes, they have different domains and things that they do. My younger sister, Kronar, is the Keeper of Time, and my older sister, Lefela, is the Bringer of Life.
They all work for a singular god, and each god decrees a demigoddess or a demigod to exist.
There
Huh.
are a few. Essentially, Famaya warned me that there was something happening. Something to do with the omens, which is what you all are. I'm sure you've, in the past, perhaps a couple of months or towards a year, you've been feeling a little bit of a tug towards a certain emotion or feeling.
Well, I've noticed that I've been trying harder and harder on my life, but
You will start to notice things that improve upon you. Notice perhaps visual changes, more power flowing towards.
just gonna look down at my hands that are glowing.
Alexander would flap his wings a little bit.
Yes, like those. Wonderful. Seems like you've
I
already
still
developed.
haven't found anything.
Well, maybe it's just your charming personality, Miss Candy.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
I've met a few different ones before. They've had different abilities. I think it stems from the type of person you are, what exactly develops. Anyways, shall we go have some food and discuss things?
I'd be
That
delighted
would
to.
be nice.
Sounds like a
I'd be
plan to me.
delighted to.
But I have a question for you.
Yes.
These shades, they belong to you of sorts?
In a way, they kind of haunt the forest, and I have a hold over them when I decide to give them orders and things. Otherwise they just tend to their own and protect the forest. They must have
If
thought
there
you
was-
were intruders, and I had to send the message down.
Yes, I'm sure intruders are very common here. There was one other with us, but their body was taken.
Oh. I think I know who that is. They'll eventually get here. Some of the wraiths and shades like to take things. Not lives, sometimes they just take things.
That's a little disconcerting, not gonna lie.
It's
Yes.
fine. The message has been passed on.
I'm just making sure in case I misunderstood anything. Why are we all here? Did they just take us? Was it because of you?
I brought you here to this realm. I was a little bit off. I don't usually transport people here.
You spoke a little of power?
Power, yes. You're all omens. I'm not sure if you know what that is.
Can't say I've heard of this before.
Me neither.
I mean, I know what the word omen means, but I don't know who an omen is.
You've probably heard tales of perhaps sins and virtues. The correct term is an omen. Lots of people don't really group them in the same name, but
Question, DM. Would my master have mentioned anything like this to me in my training?
no.
Didn't think so, but I figured I'd ask.
Essentially, I used to be an omen. I used to be gluttony.
Ah, no kidding, no kidding.
She just looks a little bit stunned at the moment, and what do you mean by that?
I just mean you have such a nice figure. I have a hard time imagining that you just really pigged out.
Oh, yeah, that's a story that I can probably explain over a long period of time. I could go over a lot of details if you like. I don't mind.
Well, do you know which specific virtue or sin we are?
I can't tell exactly which one. But
Demira?
yes.
If I may ask, last time I checked, or ever known, is that I could have sworn that sins and virtues, they stay as they are. How did you... Did you lose it?
No, well, essentially the power is passed on. Once you've had your time, once you've achieved your potential, it either moves on, well, it will move on, and look for someone else. Whether you die or you live long enough to see your potential fulfilled, that is up to you. But that's what the power it is. There's an underlying power that grants you potential to do great things, to change things throughout the world, to perhaps cause destruction, perhaps make the world a better place, or even become a demigod.
By the way, quick random question. How does the interior of this place look again?
It looks really well, like, just finished. Everything just looks really like there's a lot of silver and platinum things. Just like busts.
So, very fancy.
Very fancy. Doesn't look like anyone. There's like a little bit of layers of dust.
Mr. Mayor, can I ask a rather forward question?
Yes, you can.
Could you stand just by that table there next to that clock for a moment?
All right, and she stands.
I'm gonna take my thumb out, kind of take a mental image picture of it, take out my paintbrush, and start doing like a sketch.
Okay.
Candy's gonna hop in and give her bunny ears.
I do have a
love
question,
it.
though.
It shows the simple. I just gotta capture the scene. The bunny ears. That's a nice touch. And I'm gonna just like draw Candy's like little arm.
Can I keep
out.
talking while you're painting?
Oh, go ahead, please. Yes, go.
Yes, your question.
What dreams what gave them to us?
There is a being, two beings, in fact, that grants your powers. They're old gods, ones that existed long before the Divine Six. They kind of invoke these visions. It's the nature of when your path is ready. And sometimes bad things can happen. Sometimes other gods, darker ones that are forgotten, try to prey upon your powers.
Is Syl a god?
Who?
Syl!
God, I love her.
Oh, that thing. Oh, hello. She can just kind of looks over towards
An empty space.
Yeah, at an empty space, essentially.
Syl, I think she sees you. Give her a wave. No, not the finger. Put that finger.
He's quite rude, isn't he?
Oh, I'm sorry. He's nice once you get to know him.
With my divine sense, I haven't picked up anything near her.
Nope.
Have I? Okay.
Anyways, I'll prepare some food. You all look exhausted, probably drained. Literally and figuratively.
I mean, I wouldn't mind some victuals. I won't lie.
And she makes her way over towards the dining room, just kind of leading you all, just kind of holding the same pose.
I do have another question, though. Is my goddess safe? Is she okay?
Who?
Lysaria? Lysaria?
You just kind of see Demira kind of frown a little. Lysaria? Oh boy.
Is something wrong?
No. I'm sure she's fine. I'm not a big fan of Lysaria. We kind of butt heads sometimes. You know, darkness, light.
I can see.
Visions are potential things that can happen. Where if you... It's a threat, or a way to invoke this feeling of duty, or doing something of purpose, of where if you find yourself straying upon something that is not really worth your potential, this is what could happen. But they're not visions that can happen. You're able to alter them, change what happens in the future.
I'm just making sure.
I'm sure she's fine. She's always fine. She always brags about it. Anyways. Food. She makes her way into the room.
I just can't seem to get the line straight.
Alexander is still going to be very uncomfortable around her and just try to keep a very big distance between them.
Einar looks at the yard. Perhaps if you took a little more time, steadied your hand.
Should I hold up my other arm?
You know, it might be the line. My master always did say I had to. It's difficult. You know, he always told me that the best way to paint is to not just capture the image, but the soul of the image and the meaning behind it. I've only been able to do it once in my entire life, and I've just been having trouble getting that down again.
She kind of takes you towards a dining table and looks through a cupboard for a moment, pulling out a platinum bowl with like gems embedded into it. She just kind of looks through. Here we go. And she just kind of holds it out towards the table and concentrates for a minute. Just give me a minute. And over the course of a minute, you start to see food just appear onto the table, laid out, just magnificent feast across the table.
This is the bestest day ever. I mean, I know we all almost died, but bestest day ever.
And you can see it's segmented. There's like 6 seats to one side, to the far end, and then there's like on like the head of the table, it's like segmented where there's a whole lot of food, enough for you guys, and then there's like a whole lot of food, enough for like 3 people towards her side.
Whew, that's a lot of victuals. I'm very excited to eat all this. Did you prepare? You must have prepared it. You said you lived alone, didn't you?
Yes, it's magic.
Well,
kidding.
thank you for feeding us, really.
Oh, it's no problem. I have something for you to do once I return you towards the material plane. Just for, well, since you're here, you might as well do me a favor. Yes?
We would love to help you, right, guys? Right.
Well, I mean, I agree with you, Miss Candy. Anybody who's willing to put on such a spread, deserves our best effort in giving them a hand.
Right?
Alexander does not look happy.
I surely wouldn't mind.
Look,
Come on, Alexander, puck up.
Alexander, this is a good thing. This
Fine.
kind of links towards Lysaria. She hates undead, right?
Yes.
I hate undead. I have an
Mhm.
issue with undead. So if you kill this necromancer, or kill him, or do whatever, deal with him, and all the undead that are in this mountain near Offset, then I'm sure she'll be grateful, or whatever it is she is.
That's fine. I'll do it for her.
Wonderful.
Just tucks into
Victor.
Marcus just starts tucking. Yeah, no, Marcus starts tucking into a meal. Just good stuff, ma'am. Really good. Mm.
Is there like turkey?
Yeah, it's a hero's feast.
Kenny immediately starts eating with her hands.
So does Marcus. He wasn't using no fork and knife.
Alexander is very much elegantly eating his food.
You see Demira eat with her hands, just tearing into it.
3 people just eating like monsters.
Evelyn's also eating elegantly, but she doesn't seem to mind the others.
Gotta say, you gotta eat right to keep your body fit and trim. Isn't that right, Candy?
agree.
Although I should ask, though, before she digs in, does she seem to be watching, or does she seem to be rather involved in her own?
She looks pretty involved in her own meal. Like, you can almost see at points her mouth kind of like dislodge and just open wider and just devour like an entire like pieces that are way too big for her to eat.
I can
Look,
see why she's gluttony now.
That is impressive.
Wait, you said you're no longer
Yeah,
gluttony, right?
What? Yes?
You're no longer gluttony?
No. But the
What
effect.
if, crazy idea, what if I'm now gluttony?
Perhaps.
Does that make me your sister? Oh, we're like sisters.
Oh, we're like sisters. And she's just like, her mouth is just like full of food, and it's just kind of like, this is to most of you, this is probably really strange to see a demigod just eat like a savage in front of you. Her mouth is full, like half full of food as she's talking.
Alexander is much like, oh dear.
Is it like unnaturally just unhinged jaw?
Like a snake?
Yeah, kind of like a snake, but it's not unhinged at the moment.
Like sparkly-eyed Candy's gonna lift up the entire turkey and be like, "Can you eat this in one bite?"
Possibly. I used to be able to. It's been a while.
Oh, can I see? I want to see.
She grabs the turkey and just tries, and you see her form just kind of shift, and you see this shadow just start to envelop, and her form entirely changes into that of this shadowy creature, and just you see this red eyes and just this wraith-like form just devour the entire thing. This more larger than pretty much almost her body. Just devour it, and then she just shifts back into a normal form. There we go.
Ah, that was amazing! Candy rapidly claps.
I gotta agree, that was well done. That showed a lot of hard effort, and I knew you could do it as long as you believed you could.
I do have a question for you, being a previous member of the Sins and Virtues.
Yes.
Would you like to guess which one we are?
See, the last time I did this with the other group, it went terribly. I'm not going to guess. That I wouldn't know. I've only just met you. I was instructed by Maya that things are happening, and I brought you here. And this is honestly very new to me. This is not something I should be doing. It should be something my sister does. I have no idea what she's doing at the moment. But here you are.
Your sister, what does she look like?
Which one? Lyfael? The one that I was probably...
Any of your sisters brunette or auburn hair?
No. We're all blonde-haired.
Including her new sister.
Including the new sister, yes.
That is true. You know what? The family resemblance is there.
Perhaps
I
a
see
little
it.
bit...
Hmm.
Oh, that is true. I'm a little bit green.
Well, it's a lovely shade, I have to admit.
Oh, thank you. You're too much.
That's all right. I mean, I gotta admit, all of you people are just so fascinating.
I agree. Tell us more about yourself, you guys.
I do believe it is actually rather interesting. There are so many of us on this world, and yet we're all here together, chosen of destiny, so to speak.
Oh,
Where are you from, Evelyn?
Where I'm from.
Yeah.
Trying to remember character information.
don't worry, I'm about to open up my
There's-
bio sheet.
Yeah, running. Because I remember correctly, there's Orbani, and then there is
Chimeran.
Chimera. Chimeran?
Chimeran, yeah.
Well, Orbani is my place of origin. One of the smaller towns, so to speak. I don't know. Sorry, there's not really much significant about me. She
Well,
kind of
what
makes
kind
a
of
little bit
family
of a
did
hand
you
gesture.
have?
Hmm?
Well, what was your family like? What's your hometown like? What things do you like? What things do you not like?
My family was, for lack of a better term, just a group of really free, individualistic people. We were never that close, to be said, but I don't know. I felt the love, I'd say. As far as towns, I mean, pretty homely, next to a coastline. Just, it's got kind of place where every day feels like a week. You know, it's just, you know, whether it be on the laboring side or lounging side, it was always just real slow. Yeah, exactly. I take it you can relate?
I suppose you could say that. He reaches over and unknowingly grabs like a piece of like super spicy food, eats it, and he's blinks a moment and looks down at it. A little surprised. Did not foresee that. Interesting. Seems to like it. From a small village on this little island. Not much to say about it.
I take it, whether it be your omen, and she kind of waves her hands in a sort of dramatic gesture, whether it be your omen or just something, I suppose that kind of evoked you to move on to bigger, better things, I suppose. I take it with all that armor and whatnot.
Unfortunately, no. My omen had nothing to do with it.
Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have been so presumptuous.
It is fine. Everyone's call to action is different.
Kind of tilts her head a little bit. Yeah, I do suppose you're right. So, how about the lot of you?
Well, as all due coincidences seem to align, I too come from a bit of an unknown small village. Little farming town, didn't really do much, also in Cameron, but kind of scratches the back of his head. Well, I mean, I was over there as a kid, but left when I was pretty young to follow my master, and saw the entire world doing it, honestly. Met a lot of people, and been traveling since.
Wow, we
if I
all
may-
have so much in common.
If I
Well,
may
what about you,
ask,
Miss Candy?
Where's your master now? I'm sorry, I just was curious.
My master? Well, to be honest, I don't know at the moment. You see, after I had, manifested these, as he shows his glowing hands again, doing the painting, and, he kind of told me after that he had taught me everything he could, and told me to go find my own inspiration to paint the world's soul itself. I mean, didn't know what he meant, honestly, but,
Yeah, that is rather dubious. If I may, you had oddly glowing hands. Was that perhaps your omen thing? Sorry, and she kind of turns her head over towards Demira. Demira,
Yes.
so with omens, they have you said something about a manifestation?
It's visual at first, and then it forms into stronger abilities, things that can help you in certain situations, sometimes in battle, sometimes out of battle.
Oh. Well, Marcus, and is that yours, or do you think it is?
well, I guess. I mean, like I said, it just happened when I was doing when I finally got my first painting right. I mean,
Oh, I thought they were connected to your. Is your omen your those bolt things that you create?
to be honest, I don't know. I mean, my master taught me. To be honest, I just wanted to be a painter. My master was a painter, but he told me to be a painter, one had to train one's body and soul to become something special to truly understand art. And, well, that's where I learned the kind of whole flippin' monk stuff you saw earlier.
Oh.
That is impressive. Rather unorthodox, for sure, but it seems to be effective.
Well, I mean, he was the greatest thing I ever saw. I mean, as I said, when I saw his painting as a boy, I don't know, there was a drive in me. I needed to do that. And I went through hell to even get even close to his level of skill.
Am I now the greatest thing you have ever seen?
Well, I have to admit, you are an amazing image to behold, ma'am. And there's so much beauty around here that I have to
Thank you.
to create.
You are amazing.
Thank you.
See, but Miss Candy, you were saying that we all had a lot in common. I couldn't help but hear that. What's your backstory? What are you all about?
Oh, I also come from a little village out sort of like in the middle of nowhere.
Whew, that is a lot of nowheres we're from.
Right? But wait, does that mean we're now somewhere? Ooh.
Or is it we're only somewhere because we're together?
Oh my gosh, that has to be it.
That makes sense. We were nowhere, we all met, and now we're somewhere.
Now we're somewhere because we're all together. Oh.
What is happening?
Philosophy, my friend.
Just let them have their fun. They're not doing anything wrong.
I suppose one
I-
could be sure that the two of them are definitely virtues.
Einar grabs the closest mug and just is drinking it as his mouth is on fire right now. He was talking
Oh,
about the
no.
spicy food, not them.
Candy might be Wrath.
Wrath? Why do you say that?
Candy.
You think
Wow.
Candy is Wrath?
Possibly. Have you not seen her in battle?
Well, I mean, I was pretty ferocious back there, too. I could be Wrath by that standard. I mean...
I don't
I don't know if
so.
I know how to be angry.
I mean, you did repeat the word diligent at least a few times.
Well, I mean, it's just what my master always told me to be. Diligent. That's how you
That's a
become great.
virtue, isn't it?
I bet Marcus is kindness. No, actually, maybe it's Evelyn. Maybe you're both kindness.
You know what? That's possible. Can more than I turn back to our host and go, is it possible to have more than one person be a certain certain virtue or sin?
Wait, what was the question?
Is it possible for a person to be? Is there possibly more than one person in existence to be a virtue or sin at a time?
No. To transfer the power to someone else, one must lose it. Either by death or...
Well, I guess we can't all be kindness, but we are all great people, I have to admit.
I agree.
So yes, you're the only omen of your kind in the world. Or... yeah.
Well, I
Can
guess...
anyone identify what we are?
Not really. No, it's really hard to tell unless you go telling people, and even then, some people aren't gonna believe you.
You said you were an omen. Did you ever meet any others?
Yes, back when I was performing my duties to ascend to demigodhood, I had a group. They died. And then I had another group.
I'm so sorry.
Part of them also died. And then we continued along, found more people, and things happened, and here we are.
Did they die?
No, well,
Oh, that's good. I was about to say there was a pattern
Perhaps.
forming.
I don't know, it's been some time.
Kenny's gonna shuffle over to her, her arms outstretched. Do you need a hug?
Yes, I would love a hug, actually.
She'll
She's
hug her real tight.
She hugs back really tight. It's like a vice grip,
See
essentially.
Marcus kind of rub a tear away. Man, that is beautiful. I mean, you know what? Well, he takes out his pen and paper. I gotta take this. This is something. Inspiration. I have to take. Hold that pose, you two.
I am more than happy to hug her for as long
Make a
as she-
strength check.
Me?
Yeah.
Alex
Crush
is just
her.
there, like sipping some tea, probably, and just watching these like shenanigans ensue.
You feel this really bit tense. Like you feel like you're being held at a very heavy, this very strong grip. You don't quite feel your bones breaking, but you feel there's a lot of pressure just wrapped around you.
Oh, hold it. This is one of my best works. This is amazing.
Hugs feel so nice.
I want to speak in
Oh,
Celestial to her. I think you should tone it down just a little bit. I don't want you to break her.
Oh, right. I forgot. You. Okay, everyone is usually much. And she loosens her grip.
After Marcus goes like, Miss, this is one of my better works. Take a peek at this. It's great. The
Ooh,
friendship,
that
the
looks
beauty of
amazing.
the hug. It's great. Candy, you are an inspiration for this. And
Oh, I'm happy.
I will turn to Candy and Orc say, that is an amazing quality you have, I have to say.
Oh, you she immediately swaps to Orc. You can speak Orc?
I do. My master told me to speak Orc. I speak Orc and Dwarven, in fact.
That is amazing. Oh, also, Demira, thank you so
Yes.
much. I'm so happy you were the first person I ever hugged, and it was so
Really?
nice. I love.
Let me give you another one, and she'll hug
Oh,
you.
thank you.
I know what that feeling's like. Anyways, looks back up. Enjoying the food.
Who is this?
A little
Is that-
hot.
Where does this food come from? This holy magic?
Celestial magic. Shadow
She's
magic.
just not a man.
So-
She's just not amazing.
So my mouth is burning from radiance.
I mean, you did pick. Do you want me to get rid of the spiciness? I can get rid of that.
I'm asking, is this found in the material world? I assume we're not really on the material world.
Spices? Yes, that's spicy.
The spicy fruit like this. He points at
Yeah.
it like this.
Yeah, that's found in the material world. Yeah.
I think it's just
Fascinating.
because you're looking at me.
What are you talking about?
Actually, Alexander, I'm sorry, we never got your backstory. What brought you around this place?
I mean, I was kind of forced here.
I mean, are you also from a small town? Because, I mean, we got 4 out of 4 so far. I'm wondering if we got a full hand here.
No.
Well, where
I'm
are you
from-
from? It must be lovely.
I wouldn't say so. It was lovely once,
Wow.
but it soured a bit after some time.
Ever so slowly, Candy starts inching towards you, Alexander, her arms outstretched.
Alexander put his arm out and just like gently puts it on your forehead so you can't get closer.
Outstretching her arms.
I'm fine.
Just like trying to Venus flytrap him.
Tell me,
Basically.
Alexander, are you familiar with giants at all?
The language or the people?
The people, do you have their blood running through your veins? You're quite big.
No, I suppose I'm slightly angelic in a way.
I've only known giants to be as large or larger, and those with either the rune magic or giant's blood in them. Do you have neither? Interesting.
Yeah, my family lineage is a bit complicated. A bit more complicated than just that.
I see.
Can Candy try to push past the hand on her forehead to try to make a grab for him?
Make contested strength checks.
fuck.
Don't
Still
worry about it,
held
Candy. You'll get in there eventually. He
I
has to
just-
accept
I'm
your
trying.
love.
Exactly, just a matter of time.
No. I appreciate it, but I don't want your physical contact.
I mean, she's
But
very
your hand is on her head, meaning you're physically contacting
Wait a
her
minute.
already.
You know what, Candy? You're a head. Think of it. That's like a hug to your head.
You're right. She puts
Eat it.
both her hands over the one over her forehead.
He immediately just rips his hand away.
And now, with your patience, the opportunity to strike is now. Go for it.
Yep, she'll jump on him.
What can I do to resist this?
Hard
Just
work.
Smiles watching.
Chested checks, athletics, acrobatics, whichever your choice.
Fuck!
Oh gosh.
Wrestling his way out.
Yeah, he's just like, nope.
Oh, I just want another hug.
You know what,
No,
Candy? Come here.
Yay, another one! Rushes over.
I'm just imagining you just lift me off my feet like a frickin' twig.
Yep.
Oh, this is great. I love it.
Candy, I understand that you want to hug me. That isn't something that I am shot with. It's just I don't like the actual hugging part of it.
Oh, why not?
I
Hugs are
understand.
great.
Yeah, why don't you like hug? She's still holding him up.
Yeah. You know what? Hey, Candy. You know what? Could you just squeeze a little harder? Just there. Yeah. Crack! Oh, I had a kick in my back from that fight. I feel so much better now.
Sets him back down on his feet.
Demira,
See, hugs
Yes.
are amazing.
I
do you happen to have any scrap metal around?
Sure. And she just you see just magic form and this scrap metal that just comes, kind of like plates come flying out of the cupboard. She just places them in front of you. Metal plates? What?
How many plates?
Like 10.
You don't happen to have a forge nearby, do you?
No, not really. See, I don't really want to give you all too much things. Perhaps just small things. That kind of goes against the whole prophecy and doing things on your own. And I shouldn't be helping too much.
I was only looking to make an extra hand axe.
Oh, you just want a hand axe? I can just give you a hand axe.
Uh,
Not that much.
I mean, that's fine, but I take pride in my work and I like to make my own stuff.
Well,
Ah,
if you want, and you know what, my character's just gonna go. Everybody want some darts? I mean, I carry them around, but honestly, because of that, and he just makes a couple like magic fist blasts. Don't really need them.
I do have also a question for everyone as well that is important to me.
Use them.
Oh, you like them, Miss Evelyn? Here you go. I give you 10 darts.
Nice.
What are each of your ages?
No, our ages? Oh, I'm 25 myself. I know I don't look a day over 20.
You really don't, and I'm actually only 1 year apart. I'm 26.
Oh, no kidding!
You both don't look a day over 12. And you see, like, you just see, you just see, like, he's doing this in, like, he's not being mean to you guys. It's just, he's doing this just to be playful.
You know, when you say it, I'm just going to shoot you a devilishly charming grin, since I have a charisma of 16 with persuasion as one of my bonuses.
Prettier than you.
I have
Ha.
an 18 persuasion. I mean, I have an 18 charisma with a bump in persuasion as well.
So you
You're
got only
the
one up
prettiest
on me.
people here.
We're all pretty people.
Evelyn,
Evelyn and Alex are the prettiest people here.
Yeah, that makes
Mhm.
sense with the
What's
paladin
Evelyn
and the
ages?
bard.
Is anybody here older than me?
Probably.
Am I the big sister?
I'm older than you.
Aww. I'm the middle sister.
Well, you're still my big sister.
Oh, that's true.
I'm way older than all of you combined, probably.
I'm your little sister then.
If you must know, I have been around for 26 winters.
Oh,
shoot!
we're the same age. High five! Immediately waves a hand next by his face. Well, as
Evelyn.
high as she can.
Evelyn, your age?
You're on a high five?
Yeah, at Anar.
He looks at your hand. Okay.
Oh, thank God I actually put down her age. Oh, finally. I was like calculating in my head and I looked inside of my fucking bio and it's like, oh, it's right there. Yes. Oh,
He'll give
it
a
actually
high
appears that I'm-
five.
It appears that I'm actually a bit younger than the rest of you all. I'm only 23.
Oh, well,
No,
I guess I wasn't the youngest here.
that makes me the oldest.
How old are you?
33.
Second oldest.
Oh, you're still young.
I suppose I'm not in my prime, but I should.
What? 33 is plenty.
Exactly.
Just wait till you reach the couple hundred. It'll be fine.
Yeah, you know what? My master told me he felt great when he hit about 95. That's when he started to feel his aches and pains.
Oh, aches and pains.
How old
What
are
race
you?
was your master?
He was a human.
Oh, wow.
How old are you, Demira?
A couple hundred.
Woo!
So young.
He beat my
Damn.
master. Woo-wee! Like, what was my master? Well, he was 95 when I met him. I guess my master's about 110 right now.
Anyways, well, we should be finishing up dinner here shortly, and I can transport you if there's nothing else to offset. Eventually,
Where are
that
you transporting us?
Well,
to a town in Casterville.
oh, should we
Will
get
we
going
be
now, or
given
do we got
further
time for like a bit of a sleep? A lot of us are pretty beat up after meeting your little shadow friends outside.
You wanna sleep here? Sure, that's fine. Just be careful.
Oh, I love it!
What?
Shades. Look, that
I
can-
never mind. I don't want to sleep here. I want to go.
There's an inn. I can transport you to the.
Does,
In over there.
That's fine. That's alright. What?
Is there
Oh,
an
no, we
inn
would
over
love
on
to
the other
stay
area?
What was that? Sorry.
Is there an inn in the other area?
Yes, there is. The offset has an inn. I'm pretty sure.
Perfect. Then we could just stay over there.
well, I don't mean to sound like a complainer as I pull out my pockets and you see I have absolutely no money on me.
Yeah, I realize that I don't think we ever had the conversation of starter gold.
Einar has plenty of money.
I can pay for you to.
tack on 100
Oh,
to each of you.
Okay.
you know what? I just realized it was in my other pants pocket.
Oh, I already do have money on mine, huh?
Alright. Well, I mean, if you don't want to stay here, that's fine.
I would love to stay here, Demira. I think the rest of us would love to too, right?
I mean, I personally would love to get more paintings of this place, and you as well. I mean, the inspiration
Oh,
here.
you.
Oh, Demira, won't you let us stay, please?
I mean, it's up to everyone else. Realistically, you should all stay together, and I'll send the other one to you when I find
Mhm.
whoever that is.
And Marcus, I do have a suggestion for you. I see that your,
Well,
your
that-
paintings are interesting,
It was
but
200. I swear I did put some money in.
Oh, fair
I'm
enough.
stupid.
I just
Forgot how
missed
much
it.
it was, but I slapped it somewhere.
200 gold pieces on top of starting gear
There you
slash
go.
wealth. Crying. Thanks, Crystal.
thank
Wow,
you.
that's 200 gold more than a monk will ever need.
No problem.
Magic items.
Pretty
Mhm.
much, yeah.
But Marcus, if I could give you a suggestion, I don't think I've ever seen you paint me before, and I'm just saying, I think I'd make a good model.
You know what? I think You know what? I would love it. Here, everybody get together.
No,
Come on.
no.
Candy, why don't you come up behind, come Alexander? You just stand
No.
right there in front of it so I get like the layer effect, and you stand next
Oh,
to
sure, of
him.
course.
You stand next to him there, Einor, because, I mean, you're two massive frames together, and you know what? Miss Evelyn, if you could just, like, lounge on the side, holding your instrument kind of like you're playing it, and,
I believe that with other people, the painting will be spoiled. I think just a lone one would be nice.
well, if you'd
Hell
like
yeah.
a portrait as well, I could give you one there, my friend Alexander. Tell you what,
Well, it seems, though, from what I understand, fate has bound us all together. I don't see why we shouldn't get something to remember us all by, so to speak.
don't worry, I've done self-portraits before, so I will work myself into the painting using my mind.
All right.
You would see that Alexander tries to make himself the focal point.
I figured. I put you in the center. I'm not an idiot. He's a painter. He knows what to do. And he
He
will...
better know what he wants to do, or he will never see that painting again.
By the way, I don't suppose anybody's got some inspiring words for this painting.
Be patient
Inspiring
with
words?
it. You do good. I give you Einar's Runic Night Inspiration.
Well,
Don't
technically
mess
you
it
can't...
It's a D0, so enjoy it.
Technically, you could use your little short rest ability to give me advantage on any roll.
This is true. That would be funny. You said it.
That would be, but you could. Come on, this is the portrait of the party.
Mash it up or I'll bash your skull in, and you just see Alexander just give you a very warm and just a carefree smile with that.
Okay, I got this. And I
Candy
will-
strikes a ballerina pose.
Evelyn raises up her flute and actually just does actually begin to play.
You're gonna give me your last dive inspiration for this?
You know what? Fucking fine.
Roll the 6, so
love
it's an
this.
18.
You paint a really good painting of everyone. Just really well crafted. A lot of color, a lot of detail.
I think we have some works here, folks. I'm glad to see that we are all together. Let us mark this occasion of... What should we call ourselves?
Boy,
I don't think
you
I'm
can
quite ready.
decide that
for that.
later. I took us ages to even decide on a thing last time. Names are dumb.
I don't know.
I mean,
Miss Candy, you seem like a clever one. You got an idea?
if I may.
Yes?
Well, virtues are supposed to be, behavior of high moral standards, and sins are on the opposite aspect. There's the whole idea of morality in there, and a term people use is moral compass. Perhaps we could work compass into our name somehow, or moral compass itself.
What do you think,
A
Miss...
silly idea came to my mind. Compass crew?
I had a really bad thought out of character.
What's that?
What?
The moral rumpus.
You know what? Because we were working with both sides, my character suggestion would have been the Yin Yang Gang.
I was about to say the yin yang, but I'm like, no.
That has no significance in our world.
It does for
It
me.
don't.
My master is Asian.
What about
You're
karma? We just call ourselves karma.
The Karma
I actually
Compass.
like that.
Mm-mm.
Let's call ourselves the bestie best friends.
You know, I don't think we need to do that, Miss Candy, and I'll tell you why. There is no reason to name yourself what we obviously are.
That's a good point.
You are both adorable.
Oh, you're adorable.
I have to admit you are, Miss Evelyn. You are a cheery sunshine. Perhaps you're... You know what? Perhaps your happiness, because you do bring joy to us.
She just gives you a bright smile, and because she was actually playing a little bit on her flute, but like the smile makes her break this. Oh, thank you.
Well, I like it. We're the moral. What was the suggestion we went with? It was the AMCR.
Well, we can always think about this at another date.
That is fair. I will leave us blank space in the painting for the name of the party when we come up with one.
Exactly. And for now, we gotta talk about the sleepover.
Indeed, you know what? Anybody got PJs?
No.
Demira, do you have any PJs?
I can make you shadowy versions that will last as long as you're in this realm.
I love it.
Sounds like fun
Will
to
they
me.
work as actual clothing though, or will it be like we're still naked?
Do you not wear undergarments?
Both.
I just stare at him.
Ah,
Why would you be
Commando, I
naked?
can respect that.
I'm
One
sorry,
should
but
always be ready for
freeballing,
it.
it's just asking for a bad accident.
Wouldn't that hurt in armor?
Probably chafes now that I think about it.
Yeah, yours is, outside that metal. Wouldn't that?
Secrets for me to know and for you guys to never find out.
I agree.
Why are we talking about hacky
Unless
sack?
you want to.
Away. She
Hack-a-sacks?
looks away. She already looked away.
Jesus. I suppose so, Miss
Sorry.
Miss Candy. Hack and sacks, that's one way to put it.
Yeah. Alright, so sleepover party.
Wonderful.
That is fine.
She just like claps her hands, and you see these dark shades kind of make their way into the room.
I take it these are,
Butlers.
butlers. Okay, I was about to say demonic forces that were trying to suck our souls out while we slept, but butlers is a much better thing.
They only do that if you're trying to do terrible things to me.
I would never do anything terrible to you.
Exactly. They'll lead you to your rooms. If you wish to discuss anything else with me, I'll probably continue eating some food. She just continue eating.
Could you make an extra set of smaller clothes for Syl?
I would. She materializes just like this. All of it's black. Everything's just a black outfits, pajamas, whatever.
Actually, as you say that, that reminds him of something. Actually, wait a minute. I forgot something, Candy. Could you do me a great favor?
What's that?
Could you describe Syl to me?
Oh, of course. Let's see. Gosh, here, Syl stand still so I can take a look at it. Do a little spin that way and that way. Okay, so basically, he has this red skin and these really, really bright red eyes and pointy ears and kind of sharp teeth, and he's sort of like red hair. Oh, he's just red all over.
And as you describe it,
And basically, super, super handsome. Oh, he's blushing now.
is how big is he compared to you, Miss Candy?
You see her like hold out her hands, one laying flat and like the other raised above it. She makes about like a foot.
Taller than you?
No, just a foot, hand to hand.
Foot, period. Okay, okay, foot tall. And then he turns the painting back around, and he has drawn a little image of what you've given him into the party painting.
I mean,
She kind of tilts her head. Is just like, not exactly, but I think you captured him pretty well with how handsome he looked. Oh, yes, you are handsome. Hey, come back here, don't hide.
I have a question though. What is he? Is he like a Like, he's not like a fiend, undead, or celestial. But what is he?
My bestest friend.
You know, I was gonna say the same thing.
I meant like race-wise, just curious. So,
Well,
I have no idea.
Maybe
I
he's just a
mean,
handsome devil.
to be fair,
What's
it's
that,
an
Evelyn?
invisible- it's an invisible, or he is an invisible creature that, well, clearly you can see, and so can our host. But that, I don't know. This is just a wild guess, but that sounds like a lot of Fey activity to me.
Ooh. Are you a Fae still? Oh, wait, he's still hiding. He's still embarrassed.
Well, don't force it on him. Give him some time.
who does he like the most?
I would assume Candy?
Besides, of course, Candy.
Well,
She looks to Syl.
who do you like the most? No, you have to pick one. Come on, you have to at least like one of them. That's not very nice. No, they're not stupid. Be nicer. Come on. He says you're all wonderful.
Well, I'm sure he's
Insight check.
wonderful too.
Insight.
Fuck.
1 second.
Roll at
I-
disadvantage.
Fuck.
I don't even have the insight. Just the sheer amount of I don't think I have the insight.
I mean, literally a nat 1, I still beat that.
Evelyn continues to smile and
Okay,
nods.
fine. I might lose that. No,
Well,
never
tell-
mind.
Yeah, Evelyn just smiles and nods and just, well, tell Syl that I'm more than pleased with his compliment.
Oh, you can tell him yourself. He hears everyone. He's here after all.
That does make
Well,
sense.
I know, it's just, I thought you said that he was hiding.
Oh, yeah, hiding in here somewhere.
You see her like looking all around the room.
I just didn't want to be, rude and scream at somebody else's house.
Okay, what did you want me to tell him?
Oh, yes, please.
What did you want me to tell him?
I was very pleased with this compliment.
Evelyn said she's very pleased with your compliment. No. Oh, I think I found him. There he is.
She like runs off to a corner, just crouches.
I love it.
Ignore that.
I will say that, before we all wrap up, Marcus goes up to Demira and goes, excuse me, Miss Madeira, can I ask you a possible favor?
Yes.
Do you have, like, a tub full of ice?
No. Ice isn't really my strong suit.
That's okay.
Why?
Well, it's part of my body training, honestly.
Right.
Oh, if you do that, would you mind if I join you?
Oh,
what
my
do you want
training?
ice for?
Well, you see,
Well-
it's part of the body system, shock system my master taught me, is you work yourself up into a full body sweat workout and then dunk yourself into an ice cold tub of ice water, and it kind of like seals up the muscles and creates a better tension moment.
I'm familiar with some of that. I was
Would
also
you
planning
like-
to do that.
Would you like a shade that is really cold? Would that work?
I suppose it could work for this one time.
She kind of looks over towards one of the shades. Do you want him in? No? No, you don't want him to be inside of... Oh, no, that's...
God! Well, I would never
But-
force myself inside of anybody who didn't want it, so it's okay.
Well, it isn't the first time. Well, not by force, of course, but still.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry, what?
Syl says, I'm sorry, what?
This is the group name.
I'm sorry, what?
You heard me.
Anyways,
I mean, I can go into
Again-
more detail if you wish me to.
it was nice to get to know all of you, but I'm about to go to bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my workout done, and I'm gonna take my sleep as well. don't know if anybody would care to join me, but it's gonna be a humdinger of a one, just to warn you.
What is your workout?
Well, first I gotta do 100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, 100 squats. Then I
Is
gotta
that
do...
One Punch Man? Is that One Punch Man? I swear.
Sounds like so much fun. Can I join?
Oh, of course, Candy, you may join me on my workout.
I'll join. Why not?
Perhaps I could
Should be easy.
Perhaps I could play a little bit of a tune while you all do that.
Now that would be wonderful, Miss Evelyn. Music accompaniment to a workout makes it all the better. Right, Candy?
I normally play more ballad things, but I've been meaning to practice something a bit more fast-paced, so this will be good.
Also, Evelyn, Syl says thank you for your words. And then you see her like nervously glance off to the side and kind of pout and look at like the empty space and just be like, "No, she is beautiful. Don't."
And I guess we all go do a workout together, like to jazzercise music, because that's just what I'm picturing at this point.
Okay. And I guess everyone
I did very decent.
will have your long rest in Jamiro's manor. You can all
Slowly
have
do.
Yeah.
17 hit points from the
Damn.
heroes. Put them
What?
as temporary. You get 17, essentially 17 max hit points, but I'm sure you'll probably forget that you changed that, maybe.
The way to cover it, I find, is put the 17 in brackets next, or put your real hit points in brackets next to the upgraded one.
There.
That's the best way to
Wait,
keep track of it.
so it's temporary hit points?
Your maximum hit points have increased by 17 for 24 hours.
So, okay, so technically it's not THP.
No, it's not. It's actual hit points. Actual.
Okay.
Yeah, so the best way to do it, guys, is to put in your brackets next to your upgraded to your original hit points, so you remember what you were at before.
So should we include our normal health and then that, or should we just include our minus health and then that?
Your minus health is healed.
Okay, so it's gonna be a lot then.
Yeah,
That
just
almost-
remember to revert after the
Yeah.
24 hours.
That damn near doubled my hit points.
Yeah.
It literally doubled my hit or no, it brain.
We also
Don't
have
mind
advantage.
me.
We also have
brain
advantage on
farted so
wisdom
bad.
saving throws. So
I have 45 HP now with that.
I have 53 HP now.
I got 41.
I got 41 too. Twinsies.
So,
Woo!
I guess I'm gonna end the session there.
Yay!
I hope you all
Woo.
enjoyed.
That was great,
It
man. I
was
loved it.
fun. I can't believe